Let me know when there's lots of people in there. Have you joined? Oh, that looks bizarre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are people joining?
Mm-hmm.
How many we got? Okay. Awesome. Hey. Let me see how delayed it is.
It's kind of delayed.
Is it?
Oh,
okay.
Now it's 50.
Wow, that was really delayed. That's crazy. Alright. How's everybody doing? I got my daughter Ella here helping me again so she can read you guys' comments for me. And that way I can work and answer them while I'm working.
Dude, you should make me the moderator.
Okay. I don't care to make you my moderator. Alright. So today we started this book. You see okay?
Yep.
We started this book on Wednesday, spur of the moment, on a whim, because that's kind of how my process works. And those who were with me on Wednesday, you guys got to see firsthand my problem solving. So everything's good. It's all nice and dry now. We can play with it and all that good stuff. And the attic's in there really well. And this is with the Stamperia new Welcome Home collection. And we're making a house-shaped book out of this, which I've made house-shaped books before. And this is the pad we're using. So, today, we are going to do some more to this. We may finish the whole thing today. Fingers crossed. That's why I started early. I'm going to show you how I bind the signatures in here. This book, I only do 2 signatures. And I'm going to also do something that I haven't done in this book, and that is put a closure on it. I have done one in the past that is a fence closure, and it's a little picket fence, and I plan on making another one of these and doing that with it. And it's a little wooden picket fence that has one of these little hooks on it, and you would lift it open like this to open the book. But on this one, I'm just going to do a ribbon closure. And then we're going to embellish it and make it look amazing. So then you can set it up on a shelf like this, get out, journal in it, write in it, whatever you want to do. So the first thing is I'm going to cut the pages for the inside of the book. I'm using just some craft brown paper that I had. It's not I think it's an off-brand because it looks different than the actual craft paper I usually use. It's kind of got a weird, it's like almost two-tone color, and if you look at it, you could tell the difference. But it will work. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to do a few pages in here because I want to add the Stamperia pages also to this. So I have 10 sheets that I've cut down to 5 by 10. So 10, 5. And I do not trim the excess off. I leave it like that. That doesn't bother me one bit. And then when it goes in the book, it will be like this. We don't want it to stick out too much. So that way we have this extra edge over here. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm going to cut the next 10, and then I'm going to cut the 10 for, or not 10. I'm going to cut 4 pieces of the Stamperia paper that goes along with this. So I have, let's see, 3 here. Ella, you see okay? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Everyone say hello.
Hi, everyone. My daughter Ella is helping me this evening read you guys' comments for me. If you're not sure which one of my kids it is, it's not the oldest, it's the second oldest, the sarcastic one. Her sister is both, I think both of them, all of them are downstairs, aren't they? That's what I thought. We hope so. Put my scraps over there. And I also have, after my live on, that's stupid. We have an Alexa thing here in our bedroom, and I swear you could say one of the most off-the-wall words ever, and that thing will turn on. But if you say its name, which we don't name it Alexa up here, we name it the other name, the ECHO, and it won't go off.
Where is it?
It's behind my picture over there.
You buried it.
I did bury it because it gets on my nerves. And then it will start spouting off like facts and all kinds of other bull. And I'm like, shut up. Nobody's even talking to you, freak.
It's like that is what. He won't even say Siri and it'll go off.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to use, this is some scrap paper that I had from doing the inside cover liner here. So I'm going to use this because I don't like to waste paper. And I'm just going to cut it down the same 10 by 5. And I'm only doing 2 of these pages in each signature. One for like a cover to the signature. And then one of them is going to be a pocket page, and that's probably what this one is going to be because I don't want to use the cat picture unless it was like a full pattern like this on the other side. My gosh, my folding skills today are like, get it together. So there's my handy thing. And I'm a big fan of pocket pages because I think that it really, really just kind of makes the book way more durable. You don't have to worry about your strings coming undone. And which I like. I don't like that. I like it to be built tough because I am extremely abusive when it comes to books and stuff. Okay, sorry, I got some rose perfume mixed in with this paper. Let me move this out of the way from another project. And let's see. I think we'll use this right here for another page. This is really nice. Also, if you have been to my Etsy store and you don't see this paper pad in there, that's because I sold completely out of it. But some more is coming next week, and I ordered double because I want some too. So it will be here. Let's see. It usually takes about 4 business days for me to get it all the way from Hungary. and it comes freight, so I should get it probably by, I would think, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I highly doubt it will be Thursday. It'll probably be like Wednesday.
Somebody asked what the little pink computer thing is.
Everybody always asks what that pink computer thing is. And I think I'm going to just start making stuff up of what it is. It's a Bluetooth speaker.
It's a bomb.
It's a bomb. Yeah. It's a Bluetooth speaker. Here, let me put that. I usually have a clock on here because of that. And that's, wait, can you see that? But yeah, it's a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. And it plays music. It's called D-Boom. It's really, really heavy, actually, because it's got this big subwoofer thing in there. And so it's got to weigh like a couple pounds. And I like it because of the buttons. But it's basically a Bluetooth speaker. You can find them on Amazon. I also have them saved in my journal supply list because everybody always asks, what is that?
Somebody said they were about to ask what that was.
It's a Bluetooth speaker. I didn't have it on.
It's a fidget toy.
It is my fidget toy. I didn't have it on my live on Wednesday because it was charging. But the cool thing is you can actually put a little micro SD card in it. Only 32 gigabytes, but it will, I'm going to put this over here. It will, you can put music on there and play it. And I play music from my phone and it's so loud. I have to put it like on a volume of 2 out of like 50 because it's very loud. It comes out up here, so. But yeah, and you can play games on it. It's an alarm clock. It kind of does everything. I may tell you the weather and stuff. But it's a Bluetooth speaker. If you go on Amazon, they actually have some really awesome Bluetooth speakers on there. And some of them, this one's not cheap, but I recommend getting it on sale. And I did when it was like Amazon Prime Day or something like that. And it comes in handy. I like it a lot. I don't have to keep looking at my watch on my wrist every 5 seconds to see what time it is. So that helps a lot. And when nobody's here, I jam out. Because I don't have to have my phone connected to it like I do the Amazon one. Kind of freeze it up. Most people ask, what is this and what is this? This is actually a coffee warmer. But when I'm not using it for a coffee warmer, I use it for a coaster to stop leaving, like, I don't want drink rings on my desk. And if you couldn't tell, my favorite color is pink. I should have said it was blue or something like that, but no, it's pink. That's why everything I have is literally pink. All, like, my devices and stuff like that.
You have to be 18 or older to go live? I didn't know that.
They changed that recently because too many little kids were going live who were dumb.
How do they have like 1,000 subscribers?
Who?
Or like little kids?
The bad people will sit there and follow them.
Oh.
That's why. Predators. It's really, really bad. So yes, you have to be 18 to go live.
Well, that makes sense.
They actually just changed that recently. It wasn't like that before until, I guess, too many kids were abusing it and
Going live in 5 freaking minutes.
yeah. I don't know how people can do it all the time, because I have like such anxiety. Like when I was making this book, it freaked me out like completely. I was like gonna panic a little bit on there, because I'm not used to having it. It's almost like somebody watching over your shoulder. And then when you decide to do something spontaneous, like make a house book, that kind of freaks me out a little bit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what were you thinking? Don't be weird. And then you hope that everything comes out okay. And for the most part, I think it did. You know, I look at it later and I'm like, oh, I should have done this. Oh, I should have done that. But for the most part, I think it did. So, speaking of music, I got that Miley Cyrus song stuck in my head now.
Oh, the flower song?
The flower song. And you know what's going to happen? Here in a week, I'm going to end up hating it because everybody plays it on TikTok. You know, it's like back in May when I think it was Stranger Things came out. Mm-hmm. We're running up the hill. Every single video. Oh my gosh.
Somebody even made a video and just scrolling.
Yeah.
And it was,
we're running up the hill. Yeah. We're running up the hill. I'm like, oh my gosh, play something else.
And then when they play it in a really high pitched voice too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I would sit there and I would scroll past. I'm like, oh, I was like, I liked it. Now I don't.
Song until they ruined it.
Yeah, they kind of ruined it. So, yes. Definitely. Okay, there's one signature. So, I need, let's see. I'm going to put this one in the middle here. And I don't have any more of that one blue paper. I don't think, anyway. Can't really see under there. Oh, we'll use this pretty one. Where do oh, there it is. And for you guys who were with me on Wednesday, I found my little purple book. And if it's my notes book. So when I made this, I had to go completely on memory of what the size was and all that good stuff. And that was super fun, let me tell you. Loads and loads of fun. I just love sitting there, kind of going in there blind. Okay. Put my scraps over here. I don't want to hack up the house, so I'm gonna make it probably like that. I think I just nope, I'm still gonna cut the tip of it off. I know, I can't help it. I'm just a little bit anal about that kind of stuff. I like it to kind of, you know, match up with the stuff. Let's see, 5. Oh, there we go. Because it just looks better that way. Alrighty, now we're cooking. And if you guys want to see the cover tutorial, you can just go to my YouTube channel. I always post any kind of tutorials or anytime I'm making something like this, like a book, insert, whatever. I always post them to my YouTube channel, Four Girls Stole My Heart LLC. That way you can go watch it and rewatch it, and you don't, and if, like, when people, there's a lot of people who follow me who aren't on TikTok, so they go and watch it. I'm going to put these to the side, but this is what it's going to look like. Boom, right there. See, it'll be all nice and pretty. And we'll close like that. And we're going to sew these in here in just a sec. What I want to do first is I want to put a ribbon across here, which I forgot to do the other day, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Because I got these strips here that will work just fine. Where'd that other one go? Either use that. I don't really want to use that.
Somebody said it looks cool.
Huh?
Somebody said it looks cool.
Well, thank you. Oh, there it is. So, I'm going to do this. And this is like the perfect length. So, what I have here, and I'm thinking now that I'm looking at it more, I'm probably going to use the purple chiffon ribbon. This is chiffon ribbon. Because the blue is not bad, but, geez, look at how many pins they put in this thing. So, the blue's not bad, but I just think that the purple will go better. It's not even going to be on the outside. It's going to be in here, and it's going to tie on the outside like this. And I just think the purple is going to go better. I just got whatever I had. And this thing is always super fun to work with. This one is actually not a bad one because it's supposed to be frayed, but it's not like stringy frayed, if that makes any sense. Like there's not a bunch of strings coming off of it. It's just like normal. I'm going to use the Beacons 3-in-1 probably to just put the fabric down. So that way I can, because it's better for stuff like this. And then when I put the piece of paper over it, I will probably use the Crafter's Pick Ultimate.
Did you redo your nails?
Yeah, like 2 days ago. Where have you been?
I didn't notice.
I had to. I have to redo my nails like once a week because, you know, they come off after a while. So I have to redo them. Or I'm rough on stuff like this. Especially because I use them. I just don't care. I'm just like abusive towards everything when it comes to nails, craft tools apparently. So.
Leave Maggie alone.
Oh, yeah. My 2-year-old likes torturing our poor pug. Our pug is 11 years old, and she'll be 12 this year. And we actually got her when our third child was like 6 months old. So she's grown up with Lily, the third child, and she kind of got out of being used to toddlers. And she's a bit crotchety these days. She don't put up with bull. And Ruby thinks it's funny. Of course.
Is that fabric glue?
It's yeah, it's, where's that bottle? Where's my refill? It's like Fabri-Tac. I don't know what you call that stuff, but it's like the same stuff. It's Beacons 3-in-1. I just put it in icing bottles because it comes out better and it doesn't dry up and you don't have to put a cap on it. So that makes it a little bit easier. And if I'm breathing super heavy or doing something weird, God, please tell me, because that would drive me crazy. So I don't want to annoy anybody, because I know what it's like to watch videos like that. All right. So this I'm cutting down to a little less than 5.5. Just so we have some wiggle room. Like the notch before 5.5. I ain't got a clue what it is. I am not good at fractions. I'm good at algebra. So you'll have to bear with me, because I don't know why. It's like fractions are my nemesis. I just don't like them. Okay, and then they're going to go over this just to protect the fabric. And the spine is 1.5 inches, so I will go a little less than that. That way when we close the book, it doesn't get in the way. Let me go a couple notches. That may, yep, that's a little bit too little. I think it's 1.5 inches, from what I can remember anyway. Let me see what we got. Well, no, it's a little bit more than that. Let's see. And of course that one is too big. I don't know if I've ever done a live on a Friday before.
Yeah, you have once.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
I was probably just bored. And I was like, let me do I'll do something productive. This is always a good thing to do whenever you're making stuff like this, just to make sure before you glue it that everything's going to work out all hunky-dory, because, and I've done this tons of times, just to make sure where it's going to sit, because you don't want to glue it and then you're like, oh crap, I have to fix it. That really, really stinks. Alright, let me see this. There we go. And see, the fabric's already stuck down. That works really well for fabric. Or at least for this chiffon ribbon stuff. I swear, I accidentally dropped one of these on the floor the other day, and it was brand new, and it rolled all the way across the room and went out the door and came this close to going down the stairs. And I was like, if you did, I'd just say forget it, because I am not going and chasing you down. That was awful.
Ruby did that with toilet paper one time.
I know she did it with toilet paper. Oh, I was so mad too. At least it wasn't when toilet paper was uber expensive either. Not like it, I don't know how much it is now, but, because we always get it from Costco and it seems to last a while. Just like the eggs. Everybody's like complaining about eggs, and I'm like, I paid $3.26 a dozen, which isn't that bad to me, because we paid that before. We're just getting cheaper eggs. And I eat a lot of eggs. That's like the only thing I eat like every single day. So that's
I don't eat eggs.
I know you don't. Thank goodness. Because I would think like we probably would go
if I
bankrupt.
Eat eggs too, then we would have to buy a ton more eggs.
Yeah, we would have.
Because I know Kaylin eats eggs like every breakfast.
Yep. Ruby does. Lily will. So, but I think having chickens isn't a picnic either, because just to feed them, it can be crazy. I've had a lot of people complain. I heard a lot of people complaining about that too. And I like, Daddy already said he's not taking care of chickens again. He hates it. He said he'd rather stop eating eggs.
I'd be fine with that too.
Huh?
I'd be fine with that too.
Oh, not me. I love eggs. I told somebody today that yesterday I hard-boiled a dozen eggs for snacks. And I thought they were going to come completely unhinged. I was like, hey, that lasts me for over a week. So I don't want to hear it. And it's a healthy snack. And I'm going to make sure that I have my eggs.
I like hard-boiled eggs, okay. I just have to be in the mood for them.
What is everybody saying? Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me know if anybody asks any questions. These things are great for spreading liquid glue.
The bone folder.
Bone, whatever.
Everybody called it a bone folder.
But everybody called it something different on Monday, so I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're using it for. Because
somebody said a letter opener.
No, that one's definitely not a letter opener. It has cricket on it. But yeah, a letter opener would work. Ooh, a letter. I should get a metal one of those. Then I wouldn't break them so much. I just want to reinforce these corners a little bit. I don't like how they're sticking up.
Somebody said they call it a bone folder.
A bone. See, that's what everybody was calling it on Monday, was a bone fold. So then I start calling it a bone fold, and then everybody's changing it on me again. And I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, y'all need to make up your mind.
I've never heard that before.
A bone fold. So
I
this
just
is
called it a pressy thing.
I call it a flattener. Or, you know, a scorer. That's actually what it is it's scoring, like on a scoring board. So this is going to tie like this to keep the book closed. Lovely, lovely. I have a list of stuff we are going to do to this.
I'm the second oldest daughter that's helping.
That she's the second oldest, the sarcastic one.
That's weird saying that. I'm used to saying I'm the middle child, but I'm not anymore.
You're not the middle child anymore.
I haven't been for like 2 or 3 years.
You haven't been for over, well, 2 years anyway. All right, I'm going to get some of this ribbon here. This is just, I think I got this from the Dollar Tree, and I have a bunch of it over here for some reason, all loosey-goosey. And I like to put trim, especially on the house books, along here, just to make it look nice. I always put trim around here. That helps just reinforce the spine just a little bit more. It doesn't need it, but I just like it. So I'm going to do that, and then while that's drying, then I can do the holes in the signature there. And that will give this enough time to dry. And then I just usually put like half and half on here. Now when it's the house, I usually will start like this, kind of make my way down, and then I kind of, oh, do you hear her? Oh my goodness. And then what I will do is I'll put another piece going around there. Now I may do it like this on the, where's the roof? The roof, just so it kind of hangs. If you guys hear that screaming, that's Ruby. It's, what is it, 6 o'clock? Yep, it's Ruby roundup time.
Around 8.
I know, she gets really bad. I don't know why. It's insane. She acts like a freaking lunatic all the time. And I'm like, what is your deal? You're crazy. And then she tells me I'm not crazy. I swear one of these days she's going to be like, I'm not crazy. My mom had me tested like Sheldon on The Big Bang. Because she does. She just goes completely insane at night. Even when she doesn't have a nap. She acts exactly the same. She rarely takes a nap during the day. So if you hear her screaming and it sounds like World War II is breaking out in my house, that's what's going on. That's one of the reasons why I never went live until recently, because I was scared. that everybody would hear the craziness in our house, and I'm like, y'all ain't quiet enough for me to go live.
Oh no, it was bad enough whenever Dada had a lot of meetings.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
That look he would always give. That one that was like this. Yeah.
You use Crafter's Pick glue, right?
Crafter's Pick Ultimate. Can you see my cup back there next to my Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that cup. See, it's upside down. But yes, I use that. I like using that for bookbinding, for metal, for stuff like this, because I need it to be quick and dry quickly so I can move on. And the Beacon's 3-in-1, it still shifts around a lot and I don't like it. So I use that really for fabric or just for a paper. So that way I have time to let it dry. And then I get glue on my fingers. That drives me crazy. When I'm all done, I'm like, you know how people would put glue on their hands, to make it look like skin? Oh, I didn't do that. I just couldn't handle that as a kid. It really drove me crazy. Because I don't like things stuck to my hands. That's probably why I don't make pasta from scratch. Yep.
Somebody said they're pulling glue off of their hands for hours after crafting.
Yes. I don't. Oh.
Somebody asked if using a glue gun would work.
It probably would, but you might want to test it out on something else because of the heat that you put with it. Might be a little bit too much heat, but it would. I'm not sure how a glue gun would stick to this type of paper. I don't know. You know how if you put like a glue gun, like if I put it on this glass surface, it's going to just pick right off. I think it may like kind of come up and then it would rip the paper coming out. I don't usually use a glue gun too much because it's just easier to use actual glue. I definitely do not use a glue stick or recommend a glue stick at all, or Elmer's glue. That's just, and I don't use Mod Podge on that stuff. I use Mod Podge for like mixed media stuff when I'm actually doing like decoupage stuff, but I don't use them on my books because I don't want the shiny or matted look. I just want the normal paper look. I'm getting distracted because I'm trying to get the glue off my hands.
Somebody said hello from Puerto Rico.
Well, hey.
Ooh.
Puerto Rico. Oh, I grew up with a lot of Puerto Ricans because I grew up in Florida. Like the one I told you about, Orlando. Yeah. His mother did not speak a word of English. So she would yell for him all the time, and they called him Orlandito. And we would do that. But he is like, we would call him a Red Rican because he hung out with rednecks. It was really bizarre. And he did. And he was always doing kind of hillbilly redneck stuff. Well, no, I'm not going to say hillbilly. I'm going to say redneck stuff all the time. But yes. You think I know more Spanish by now, too, because of that.
Yeah, really. Why didn't you take Spanish?
I did not want to take Spanish in high school. Mostly because I couldn't roll R's with my tongue.
Oh, I can't either.
I couldn't roll the R's with my tongue, and so I was scared and thought it would be super hard. But I know a lot of similar words.
Somebody else said they took French. I took Spanish.
I took 3 years of French in high school. So, yeah, I was way better at that.
They said I can count to 10 now.
You can what?
They said I can count to 10 now.
Oh, in French or Spanish? I can count to 10 in Spanish. And I know
that's like every little kid shows you how to do that.
Yeah. But I also I know a lot of bad words too, and
how do you know? That boggles my mind.
Because I grew up like that's what everybody would say.
Jeez, so like everybody took French.
Yeah.
I learned Spanish working
it's
in a
easy.
restaurant.
Yeah.
That's after 4 years of French.
Yeah. Because I grew up, that's just the lingo that everybody always used and everything. I'm trying to look and see what I want to do here.
I don't blame you. I can't say a full sentence in Spanish.
No, and didn't you take 2 years of Spanish?
2 years of Spanish and I still can't. I can introduce myself and that's it.
That's not good, Ella. Huh?
And I can say bye.
Oop, my scissors were caught up in here. But yeah, I just, now I probably know more in Italian because I grew up in an Italian-American household. And basically, you take the Sopranos minus the mob stuff because our family wasn't involved with any of that, even though we had distant relatives in Jersey that were. And basically, that's our household with all the swear Italian words and stuff like that. So I was very amused when the Sopranos came out because I was like, oh my gosh, this is like growing up in my household. Except for my dad didn't kill anybody. It wasn't in the mob. I had a cousin who was, though. Vincent. Remember I told you about Vincent?
Dude, he sounds like you.
They call him Vinny.
Yes. Sounds like every typical Italian guy.
It does. It really does. But
I can't make that sound for French. The weird, like, what do you call it?
What?
Like, the weird, like, it's not really rolling your tongue. It's more like...
Oh, like you're making it... Like you're
trying to, like, cough or something
like that. You're trying to hack up a loogie? Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had the evil spawn for French in high school. We called her the penguin because she waddled. She did. And it was... Oh, she was just a nightmare. She was a hateful woman.
That's the one who erased the board with her butt?
No, that was my English teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, she had a big bubble butt. But she wasn't, like, overweight or anything. She had the butts that people pay for, like, now. But naturally, like a J-Lo booty. And that boggles my mind, too. Because people nowadays are paying thousands of dollars to have these, like, LOL doll-looking butts.
Yeah, like the OMG dolls, how big their eyes are.
Yeah. And I'm like... I like got made fun of for having a bubble butt, like J-Lo booty in high school. And now everybody's like, you're so lucky you have that. And I'm like, really? That's where you want to go with that? Okay.
Somebody said they had nuns for teachers for a while.
They had what?
Nuns for teachers.
Oh, like in Catholic school?
Yeah. I don't know. I've watched too many horror movies.
Yeah. Yeah, you ever notice that all the demonic stuff always happens with the Catholic religion? Just saying. It's kind of weird. They need to make like a horror movie where like a Baptist or something, you know.
No, because we're too smart for that.
I don't know. I think anybody's capable of, you know, any kind of possession thing. But they always make them a Catholic. It's always Catholic days. Probably because the Catholics are the ones who do the actual exorcism stuff.
I'm 53 and still afraid she's going to jump out and yell at me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my mother actually went to Catholic school, and, she was a terrible kid. She was always in trouble. And she used to tell me about nuns and stuff like that. So, yeah, kind of a thing.
Sounds like a very, just like...
It's basically like boarding school.
Yeah.
It kind of is. It's sometimes when you go to those kind of schools, you actually get to go home at the end of the day. But in boarding school, you don't. I think I'm going to go over that way. So it's all one.
I would never want to go to boarding school.
No, I wouldn't want you to go to boarding school. I'd never see ya. You'd be... It's like going to college. You live there. You know what I mean?
Caitlin wants to.
God. Don't even get me...
I don't know why she wants to, like...
Because...
have a dorm room. Because she
wants to go in debt. Just seriously. If I could do my whole entire degree online, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Like, get a master's or whatever, completely online, which you can pretty much do these days. From any accredited institution. University of Tennessee, UT over here. You can get an entire bachelor, master's degree, not in probably business and stuff like that, which is what she wants. So I'm like, why don't you just get it online, and that way you don't have to go into serious debt and take out a bunch of student loans. Staying on campus is like an extra $20,000 a year. That's ridiculous. I said, don't you come at me when you are poor eating ramen noodles all the time.
Dude, that would be awesome.
No, that would not be awesome. They would get old after a while, trust me. I'm just putting the trim on this, and I like to put the trim around it. So I'm just kind of zoning out while I'm doing it.
Somebody asked if you're going to do scoops soon.
Do what?
Scoops soon.
I should have some in the Etsy store.
You need to do a live where, you take the suggestions of everybody on the live and make it into a book.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Why?
Because, what do I look like? Houdini? Or a magician? That would give me such anxiety. Just sitting there, I'd be like, what do you want me to do? Or when, people use big words with me that I don't know what it means, I'm like, I have no idea what you're even talking about right now. So, yeah. I like to do what I'm comfortable with. But there should be some scoops, going back to the scoops thing. There should be, I think maybe there's one left. If there's not, I will definitely make sure there is, because I have been reloading the scoops bucket the whole time. And I keep putting new stuff in there. So if you go back and look, when somebody does get a scoops order and you look and see it in there, you'll see new stuff in there. It's a lot easier than emptying the whole entire bucket and then doing that, because it's all going to be pretty much the same theme until after Valentine's Day, and I have 2 drawerfuls of scoop supplies that I've been adding.
Somebody said they liked the scoops. They received them today.
Oh, that's good. Who is it?
Peace and Journaling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, Ruby likes them too. She likes to come in here and play in the bucket. And I have to always double check the bucket, or I'll find pieces missing and I'm like, what? Or around the house.
Floor.
Yeah, on the floor. And I'm like, was Ruby in here again? Because she likes playing in them. So I try to keep her out of them because I don't want her, you know, getting all klepto with this.
Their husband keeps taking the little nail blades.
Oh, the X-Acto knife things. I know, they're cute, aren't they? That's one thing that Ruby took off with the other day, and I said, bring that back here. She figured out how to open it, and she was running around the house, or running around up here, upstairs, and I said, come here now. I was like, what is wrong with you, you little psycho? So, yeah. All right, so this is usually what I do. Can you see that okay? Okay, good. Mm-hmm. I like to put the ribbon on it. It just makes it look a little bit more little antique-y and stuff like that. And then I got the tie ribbon in here so it could tie just like this. See, we're cruising right along, aren't we? At least I'm talking to an actual person this time and not feeling like I'm talking to myself.
Somebody asked what scoops are.
I do mystery journal scoops, which was actually a suggestion by one of my customers saying, when are you going to do like confetti scoops? And I'm like, what the heck is that? And I didn't even know what they were. And hang on, I have the bucket over here. Oh, I actually just added something in it too, because I finally, here, let me move this out of the way. I finally got these in here, and so I added them in. These, can you see that? Yeah, these are journal scoops.
Somebody said they only buy yours and Aisha's.
Oh, yeah. Me and Aisha will, sometimes we get in sync, and we end up doing the same thing, and then I write her, and I was like, I see what you did there, and she starts laughing. And she was like, that just great minds think alike. These are journal scoops. I like to put stuff like this in here. These are finger sponges. Stuff you can use in journaling, crafting, all kinds of stuff. These are pens. You get they're little pens. And this is what she was talking about. Little X-Acto knives. Washi tape. Beads. I just put these Scrabble pieces in here because they're pink. And then I make little things like this that may have little bugs in them. Everything is Valentine's Day themed. Or we can say that it's 4 Girls Stole My Heart themed, because that's the name of my store. And so everything has hearts in it this month for January and into February. So, and then I put punches in here, other pens, little charms, stamps, glitter. I like making these little bottles that have like charms in them, and they're like beads that you can use in them with a little bit of confetti stuff. So as you can see, there's little envelopes in there, little metal hearts. I have glue on my finger. And then these are highlighters. Let's see if I can never get these things off. Let's see. My hands are so slippery right now. I always have to... Ruby can get these things off. How could she get them off and I can't? These little thingies. Let me try a different one. Watch, it will pop right off. I can't. Let me see. Let me try something here. I don't know why I can't get the lid off now. Oh, it is off. It's just I'm sitting here yanking and pulling, and look. But they're little markers and highlighters. Little foam things, wood things, little confetti things. Let's see. Clips. I also have little rubber stamps in here. These kind of charms. Like, I don't know what you call them. What are they called? Ella Kawaii charms?
I think so.
More little hearts. These usually are people's favorite. They're little styrofoam hearts.
Your Etsy shop is out of scoops?
I don't know, is it?
Somebody just said it was.
If they are, I'll make sure after the live to pack it. I didn't realize they were, or I have been very busy. I had about like a butt ton of orders the last couple days, and so they may be, I don't know. But obviously I'm not out of scoop. Oh, rose petals. That's something I added in. I have still some red Scrabble looking pieces here.
Somebody said they like the Scrabble tiles.
Oh yeah, they're really good for journaling or doing book stuff. These have like a little heart charm in them. Here, I'll show you what the heart charm looks like. I actually have that up here. Oh, here they are. Yeah, I put stuff like this in there. Like a little heart charm. So everything is like heart pink themed. And then I throw some beads in there. That's why I like using the round because I can scoop like this and scoop up. And that's how I get one massive load of stuff. And that's like a scoop. And it's huge. They always weigh over a pound when I'm sending them out. So they're never ever the same price because obviously when you're scooping something, unless you get all of the same thing, it's not going to be the same. But I try to make sure that I do a big heaping scoop. So I just keep adding stuff in here, and when it starts getting low, I'll fill it back up with some of the same stuff, some different stuff. But it's all this kind of themed, if that makes sense. Like, it's going to be pink. It's going to be Valentine's Day themed. It's going to be hearts, because that's the name of my store. So, and that's kind of the stuff I've been adding in there. Let me see. I have, oh, and then I added, like, little heart stuff in here. There's these weirdo-looking fish with the eyeballs. There's food-looking stuff. Oh, I may swipe some of this stuff out of here if I ever do a junk food journal. Oh, I put some more heart stuff like this in there. The little stuff I will put in these kind of things right here. Little hearts and little, there's little flowers in it and stuff like that. I usually try to put the tiny stuff like that in these things so they don't get all messed up. Other than that, let me see. But yeah, I always try to add more and more stuff to it. If that answers your question. And like I said, Ruby likes to dig around and look at this. And she'll be like, heart! This, that.
She thinks they're toys.
Yeah, she thinks they're toys. Which is okay. As long as she doesn't...
I mean, they're like adult toys.
It's like adult toys. Fun toys. But I had just got done doing Christmas scoops, and everything in there was Christmas themed. And that was probably the best one because that was easy to do. So, alright. I'm going to you don't have to have one of these. It's alright. It's not great, but I'm going to poke the holes in here. Let me get a pencil. Yep, here we go. So that way I can see what the holes were, because I don't remember what I measured them at because I didn't have my handy dandy little notebook. I think I did. Okay, yeah, that's right. I did a quarter, or no, that's half. Then 1 1/4, 4 1/4, and 5. Okay, I got it. Got it. So, we're going to set this. Let me set this right here. And I usually will just take the Stamperia paper, and I always only do one, because I have done a whole set and I messed up the whole book and I was mad. And then I had to put that to the side, and I was like, I think I'm going to make it another book.
Somebody asked where your cheat sheet notebook was.
It was under my desk on top of a bin that I have under here, but the bin was so high to the bottom of my desk that I didn't notice it until I had to get on the floor to look for something, and then I found it. So, yeah. I was like, what? So, you can use this to measure it, but this actually is fine. What did I say? I said 4 1/4. Wait a minute. Where's my... Let me see what this is. Oh, okay, yeah. It's half. And then it can... Let me see this real quick. Yeah, I thought so. This is why I hate not using my notes. When I first made this, it was okay because it was just like experimenting. And then you can also do it this way. I actually learned this from Tanya from Journey Journals. Can I have that over here?
Yeah, sure.
Is it charged 100%?
70.
Okay. And that's kind of the way that she did it. Hold on a second. Oh, why are you facing this way? Can you not do it landscape?
No, you can't.
Huh?
You can't.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'm going to set you guys right here. I stole Ruby's little tablet so that way I could see you guys' comment. You're going to start making books. Well, my first suggestion is to go follow me on YouTube because I have book tutorials. I wouldn't try to be super ambitious because you don't want to start a book that may be a little bit complicated and then you get super discouraged and not want to stick with it. You know, I'm like that. If I can't do something, I get mad. I want to do it again. And so I would suggest the smaller the book, believe it or not, the easier it is to make it and bind it. And I started out with little books like this. And this was a good practice book to practice on and to hand stitch it and bind it. It's a tiny little book. And then I got a little bit bigger, and then I got a little bit bigger, and then a little bit bigger, and then I can do a full-size book now. So that would be my first recommendation, is to do itty bitty and then start getting a little bit bigger. That would definitely work. No, I'm complicated, so I can't ever choose the same name. It's 4 Girls Stole My Heart, LLC. And the link to my YouTube is actually under my profile picture there. And I think there's a button there on the side that you can push it and it goes directly to YouTube. And I have a whole list. I have ones just of making books. And they are, I think it's the tutorials from TikTok Live. So that way I could sit there and answer all questions. I put all the supply list in there. That way everyone knows what you need to get and what I used. It makes it a little bit easier because when I don't have like Ella here and everything, it was a little bit harder to answer questions and stuff. So, yeah. Alright, I'm just going to use my little board thing here to line up. Oh, good, that lines up perfectly. And I'm just doing the first page to make sure that the holes are in the right spot. I'm going to turn this around because I can't see it up there. And I don't want to put my head in the way. And if you go to my book tutorials, this tool that I'm using is listed on there as well. I have like loose hairs. If I feel a loose hair on me, I don't know why, but I just got to get it off. It's like, okay, I've had it. So then when you look at your holes, you can sit there and see, yep, they're all lined up. Make sure this one's going to be the front one. And whenever I bind the book, I always start in the back. I start with this signature back here. I think it's a little bit easier. I don't know why. Yeah. That actually works out good. What does that one say above that? No, but above that.
Check out her journal supply list and a profile link. Great minds.
I actually created the journal supply list because I would run out of stuff and I couldn't remember what it was. And then people would start asking me, what is that? What is this? And I'm like, I'm a mom of 4. Do you think I even know what today even is? Because I have no idea. So I sat there and started making myself list. So that way, if anyone asked, everything is in there. Because as soon as I get something and I've used it, I put it in that list. If I've used something and I don't like it, I don't put it in the list. Because I'm like, I don't want to recommend something that sucks. Big time.
Somebody asked how you're doing today.
I am doing... Wait, is today Friday?
Yeah.
Then I'm fantastic.
I forgot.
I'm doing fantastic. I'd be even better if I had like a Big Mac or something from McDonald's. That would sound good.
Somebody said they love their clear stamp storage containers.
Mine or theirs?
It says I'm loving my clear stamps.
Oh, is this Erica?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Erica? Okay, yeah. I'm better with names than I am with actual product names. I don't know why, but yes, this is Erica. Yeah. I'm glad. It's so much easier, isn't it? I was like, somebody told me to use CD cases, and I was sitting here thinking, why would you use a CD? I'm like, a CD case, I'm going to have like 50 of them things just to sit there and hold all my stamps. And so I was like, let me do some research. And I was like, why not use a DVD case? You know, so that way you can store more in there. And so I did some research on Amazon. And I was like, heck to the yeah. I found some without the hub in it. And it changed my life completely. And made my husband go crazy because then it gave me more excuses to buy stamps. And now I have so many stamps that I ran out of room. And now I have to buy more cases. And it's like a vicious circle. And when I went to go buy some cases, you pigs bought them all up. So I had to wait until they went back in stock. And I'm like, yep, that's my fault completely. It's because of my stamps. I knew it.
Somebody said they never tried a Big Mac.
Do you live in the U.S.?
I mean, they live American.
They are? You live in the U.S. and you've never had a Big Mac? Now, I will say I've never had a Big Mac until I was like 20, maybe like 30. So, because it looked like something that I would not like. But I personally, instead of a Big Mac, I like eating a keto Big Mac wrap. So instead of the bun, it's in a wrap and you make it, you know, the same way. And the sauce is a little bit more healthy. And that is really good. I mean, okay, we got to stop talking about this. It's going to make me start drooling. Hence, that's why I
The
have.
sauce is the best part. That's the part you will like.
I know.
Listen, I'm afraid I won't like the sauce.
No, the sauce is amazing. It's amazing. Now, I will say if you don't like pickles, if you make it at home, you don't have to add the pickles into it because a lot of people don't like it because it's got like little things of pickles in it. And that, I can understand that because I was not a pickle liker until, this is going to sound so bad. I didn't like pickles. I didn't like diced up pickles until I was an adult. I'm going to get a violation for that. I know it. Freaking TikTok. I'll be like Sherry, my friend Sherry on here, who got banned until today because they thought she was naked on here. I don't know. God only knows what she was doing. She lives in the UK, so she, I don't know, maybe they got a little racy on there. You never know. Oh gosh, I dropped stuff. Here, let me put this over here.
Erica said she saw that.
Oh yeah, I know. Isn't it funny? I'm like, what'd you do now? That's like the last time I talked to you guys were sitting here just journaling. What happened? I also asked her if she was drinking. So, yeah. I think I'm going to do purple because purple's pretty. And it will go with everything here. This is just embroidery floss. Embroidery thread, floss, whatever you want to call it. These kits are fantastic because if you go on Amazon and you get them in this kit, you get a whole bunch of extra stuff with it. Like little scissors and cool stuff and whatever else. So, and you don't have to wrap them yourself, which is nice. And they're not expensive. I'm thinking, yeah, that one's going to work. Let me look at the back here. Woo-hoo. Or I can go lighter. Just a hint.
She said she's going to try it.
Yes. Now, I can't talk because even though I get super moody if I don't eat, I am a pretty picky eater. And there's things that I, to this day, have still not tried. I've never drank a Coca-Cola before, like an actual Coke. Diet Coke, I've never had one of those. I've never had a Mountain Dew. A lot of people think I drink Diet Coke, and this is Diet Zero Sugar Diet Dr. Pepper or whatever. And I mean, there's lots of things I've never tried ever. And it's just not like a real desire to. I'm just like, you know, I don't know. There's lots of things I haven't eaten, but I'm picky as all get out. I have like weird habits. Like Ella, you see my bottle of water over there? I drink it to that point every single day, and there will be like 8 bottles of water over there, and they're all at the same level. And your daddy thinks I'm doing it on purpose, but I don't even pay attention to it. I just drink what I want out of it, and then I'm done with it. And then he drinks the rest of them. Because you know how he is. He doesn't like to waste anything. So, I got so many weird hang-ups. It's just, it's not healthy. My husband says I'm the female version of Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. I have a spot on the couch.
Everybody has a spot on the couch.
No, I really will kick somebody out. I'm like, you're my spot. And, I like the way he would question Leonard about if he got his food right. Yeah. I'm like, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? And he's like, you sound just like Sheldon. And I'm like, sorry. I'm just making sure it's right before I bite into it. So, yeah, I got weird hang-ups. So, what I'm going to do is, when I do these signatures, I always start with a little tail. About like that. About the length of the book. And the rule of thumb is when you are doing your signatures and you are sewing them in, you measure it by the length. Like this would be 1 here. If I was going to sew it one time and then just tie it in the middle, I would just stop right here. But I don't. I do it twice just to make sure it holds really well. So I go 2, and then I'll leave an extra little tail over here just in case I need any extra. And I have enough to tie with, because it gets a little bit... If you only do like 1 here and then you leave that much and that much, that's like all you have to tie with. And I always poke an even number of holes, because if you do an odd number, you'll end up, if you end up going in this way, you're going to end up coming, or it will end with it coming out instead of being in with the rest of it. And you want the thread all on one side so you can tie it. Just a little tidbit. I figured that out the hard way. So, yeah. But binding is a pretty universal thing. If you can sew a button on a shirt by hand, you can bind a book. It's really easy. It's just going in one way, coming out the other way.
That sounds a bit weird.
Sounds like eating food.
Yeah.
I must be hungry or something, because ever since I saw that video of that chick eating the farmer's boy, is it farmer's boy?
Yeah.
I'm like,
zucchini chips.
oh my gosh. I'm like, why do they show me stuff that's only in the West Coast? That drives me crazy. And I'm like, I want that burger.
Chick said, what's for dinner?
I usually do not eat dinner, because I'm usually up here.
I made meatballs for dinner.
You made meatballs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. My kids cook dinner, actually. Ella and her older sister rotate making dinner. And I used to, before I taught them how to cook, and it was real hard for me to make dinner because I was always on a diet and trying to lose weight and lose that baby weight and stuff. And so I'm like, I don't want to cook dinner. It's too tempting for me to sit there and start stuffing my face.
Erica said she'll eat one for you.
Yeah,
she'll make the sacrifice.
Yeah. Unless it's something I really, really want. Or I will make dinner and make it to where it's not something I would even touch or eat. Like if it has bones in it or anything like that.
Chicken.
I don't eat meat with bones in it. It grosses me out too much. I like meat, but I don't want that in it while I'm eating it. That kind of freaks me out a little bit. I've always been like that though. My dad, anytime we go over to my dad's house, and he makes like jerk chicken and stuff, because my mom is Jamaican and stepmom is Jamaican, and so they make a lot of authentic Jamaican food, which I don't mind. I'm not real into the spicy stuff, but anytime he makes me chicken, he always makes bone-in chicken, and then he makes me a piece of boneless, skinless chicken breast because he knows I won't eat it. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Because I don't know why. I have a thing with textures. I probably have watched too many horror movies. Okay, what I'm going to do is I always tie it first. And then I'm going to sew it in again. And then this is going to be a pocket page. And I'm going to glue all this down. So that way it won't move. And it won't come undone from yanking and pulling and creating on and all that other stuff. I am not a very good tire either. I just kind of wing it because it's always backwards from what I'm used to doing. So I just knot it, tie it, and I put this picture in the inside because it's just going to be glued and you're not going to see it. Oh, there we go. And I'm just going to do it one more time. And this is what it looks like on the outside. This is a little bit different than the other books that I have done, the house books. Oh, God, you're in the way. The ribbons are always in the way.
Oh, I thought you were telling me.
No, I'm talking about the ribbon. It's always in my way. Because these I usually make a little bit longer right here. But I had no unearthly idea what my measurements were, so I just winged it.
Hold on, Erica wants to see the Five Nights at Freddy's journal.
Five Nights of Freddy. Sicko. I don't know where you got this creepy horror stuff from. I don't act like that. I don't do horror stuff. That's sarcasm. She has my sick, twisted sense of humor. And sometimes I'm very proud, and sometimes I'm like, that's messed up. Oh my gosh, it's only $6.50. That's pretty good.
Do what now?
It's only $6.50. So,
Here.
Hang on one second. Let me trim this down. Okay, let me see. Oh my gosh, Ella Rose. Do I have it in there?
Hold on, got the delay. Yep.
This is what she did. And she made these wax stamps herself.
I thought it'd be a lot harder than that, but...
No, it's not hard. It's just annoying. I hate doing wax stamp seals.
I need to do more pages in that book. I haven't.
What'd she say?
She said, wow.
Yeah.
Is that a good wow?
You used my book. You used my book.
It was empty.
I had a whole bunch of homeschool games and crafts written in here.
Oh, yeah, I ripped those out.
What did you do with them?
Oh,
Ella! Oh my gosh! You know how long that took me to collect that stuff?
I haven't used them in years.
Oh, kids. Alright, I'm going to put this Beacons 3-in-1 over the thread. And I am going to make this an upper pocket where the top is open. And I highly recommend if you make books.
Erica went, shh, I got Ella in trouble. Sorry.
I have a schoolroom downstairs, and it's got a lot of crafting stuff in there, and you will not believe how much they steal out of there. At least I have some self-control, and I don't go down there.
I don't steal nothing out of there.
Yeah, your sister does. And even if we get her own crafting stuff, she still takes stuff out of there. Now, I will say there's a lot of science supplies down there. You did throw those animals away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I made sure that my kids get the fullest education, and if that includes dissecting animals, and I buy the specimens from an actual homeschooling company, and they come sealed and everything in the box. It goes with their science curriculum. I buy all their supplies, so if they have chemistry or anything like that, they do the experiments at home, and I try to make sure that they do exactly what they would have done in public school. So, and that includes dissecting frogs and earthworms and fish, and they send all the specimens to us in a box. I've lost them in the house before, but luckily they're sealed. And
could you imagine if you just like found that?
That would be disgusting. I would flip out. I would really flip out.
They were supposed to be odorless, but
no, they're not odorless.
Dad said they were supposed to be odorless, but it had a smell and it made me pee.
Ugh. Yeah, they always have a smell. It's not formaldehyde. They're not allowed to use formaldehyde anymore. They haven't been since before I was in high school. And my science teacher told me the reason why they don't use formaldehyde is because when they go to dispose of the animal specimens, they would throw them in the garbage can, like in a biohazard bag or whatever. And they would sit there and homeless people would come by and eat them and die because it had formaldehyde. So they made it like a federal regulation to change the chemical. So that way so I think you could eat it, but I wouldn't recommend it. You probably would get sick just because of it being, an old animal.
Okay, next topic, please.
Yeah.
We went to food.
I'm hungry.
Daddy.
I'm hungry, and that's my segue right there. I don't know why. I like talking about science stuff. We were talking about the body farm the other day. Remember that?
See,
that was funny.
Human dead people I can deal with. But
well, I watch a lot of medical documentaries and stuff like that because that's what I wanted to go to school for.
I can take a human body over a dead animal any day.
Oh, me too. Dead animals gross me out. But I've actually dissected a human body in anatomy class in college, yes. That's what I was going to school for. That was fun, though. Everybody was so grossed out. There was a lot of people that dropped that class after they saw the body. And I was like, oh my God, when do we start? And
that'd be me. I'd be like, give me a knife. I'll hack at it.
It didn't bother me one bit. I don't see... Bible says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. It's an empty vessel. It's like an empty car now. The soul is gone. So I don't look at it as person. I look at it as a learning experience. There's my wisdom.
That's what Ted Bundy said too.
Ted Bundy?
Yeah.
That wasn't Ted Bundy.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, that's more like a Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
In general.
But yeah. I find the human body absolutely fascinating. I mean, there's so many things that make us run that it is absolutely awe-inspiring. And I wanted to be a forensic pathologist because I can't kill anybody who's already dead. I couldn't deal with being a medical doctor and deal with the aftermath of, having to tell people their loved one died. And if it was my fault, oh God, I couldn't deal with that. If it was my responsibility. So, when I was 12 years old, I was like, I want to be a forensic pathologist. And my mom was like, okay. So.
See, I would either want to be like a forensic pathologist or like a homicide detective. That would be fun.
Yeah. Both require lots of schooling. Lots of experience anyway, so. You could also be a forensic, pathologist's, like, assistant, too. Who assists in autopsies. I follow that guy on here who answers all kinds of questions about, forensics and stuff like that. He's funny. People ask him some of the craziest stuff. I mean, just crazy stuff. Mostly it's about embalming and stuff like that. And I'm like, he's not a mortician,
Assistants do all the work.
Yeah, they do. They really do. So. But that's something you could be. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be asking you every day, what'd you do? The only thing I wouldn't be able to deal with is on cold cases where you have no idea how somebody died. Oh, that would drive me crazy. And it does. It drives pathologists crazy. And they will never forget those cases. Or the really messed up ones. I actually watched a really good show on Hulu called Secrets of the Morgue. And there's like a lot of episodes in it. It's not bad. I like shows I can actually watch with my kids around, and I don't have to worry about language and stuff like that because we don't use any kind of bad language in the house. So I try to watch stuff that's not, you know, filled with that. And that's actually a show that I could watch in front of them, and I don't have to worry about it. So if you guys watch it, let me know.
I don't know. I'd be careful watching stuff around Lily. She plays everything she watches on TV.
With her Barbies?
Yeah, she played the Avengers the other day. She played Twilight once.
Oh, gosh.
That was funny.
Daddy hates that movie.
This life is very interesting. Crafting and story time about science.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Don't even get me started. My favorite thing is Netflix documentaries. You name it, I have pretty much seen it. I'm watching one right now called Burned, and I recommend it. And each episode talks about products and companies either lying about them or like them having dire consequences. Okay, the first one was about cosmetics. And I know you guys are aware, like, when people buy, like, the fake cosmetics, like the knockoffs, like the Kylie brand cosmetics and stuff, and them having, like, a severe reaction because it's got horrible chemicals in it and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. And the second episode is about vaping. And so it's about how companies revolutionized and sometimes not for the best, and it's killing society and stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty cool. And I've watched every serial killer documentary on Netflix, and I've made my husband watch them. I think the one, though, that probably made me go the most unhinged was Making a Murderer. Man, you don't even want to get me started on that nonsense. I was mad when I saw that.
Is that the one about the...
It's about the...
frame that guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know they framed that guy so they didn't have to pay him out the millions of dollars for the false imprisonment. Oh, it's my curtain. Ella, it's my curtain. Chill. Is it 7 o'clock? I have an automatic curtain closer, and it closes at 7 o'clock, and I think Ella just flew over.
Dude, my heart is beating. I'm scared the crap out of me.
So, yeah. This pocket page here, I'm going to make on the side. And let me get my punches.
I like watching homicide investigations with Grandpa.
Yes.
Because he's, like, into all that stuff.
Me too. I like that stuff.
Yeah. We watched, what was it? Unusual Suspects. That's a good one.
Not the movie, right?
No, it's a show.
Okay. Because there's a movie called Unusual Suspects.
Oh.
And that, I would kind of have a problem with that one. But, yeah, I know it's show. I think I know it's
Somebody asked what the glue bottles are called.
There's some kind of icing bottles that I have saved in my journal supply list. They were recommended to me by Aisha. So that way the Beacons 3-in-1 doesn't do that bubbly, gurgling back talk that it always does. And that's what that is.
Sugar Bell. That's what
Is it called Sugar Bell?
That's what Erica said.
Sweet. Oh, I thought it said Sweet Bell on it. See, that's why I'm so bad at names. Yeah, Sweet Sugar Bell. Icing bottles. And it's nice because you don't have to have a lid on them. You know? That is good. They don't dry out either. I know. And the worst thing ever was when KFC came out with those new fries. If you haven't had those KFC fries, oh, don't do it. Just don't do it. You'll get addicted to it. It's bad.
Oh, they're so good.
They're good. They're real salty, and I like salty fries. And, yeah. I'm going to do an eyelet right here and right here. Am I in the camera, Ella? I don't know if I am.
Yeah, you are. You just keep on moving.
I know. I don't pay attention. I'm not used to working this far away for myself. Alright, so I used silver before, so I'm just going to stick with silver. I may have to do the paintbrush thing. These eyelets are a hair bigger than the hole that it makes, the 3/16 hole. I think they are 5mm eyelets. If you use 4mm eyelets, they work perfectly with 3/16 holes in the crocodile tools. Just to let you guys know. I don't recommend smaller ones because that's kind of a pain. But yeah, I like to hang little charms and stuff from these just to make it look pretty. And make sure I don't have one of them washers on there. Sometimes they put the washers on here with them, and that drives me crazy because then I'm like, why would you do that? There's one. And they have them in the bag, and then they kind of mix them up with the grommets, and you're like, that seems really weird, but okay. And I'm knocking stuff over. There we go. I cleaned up my desk last night, so I didn't have to do it today because it was starting to get a little messy.
Erica asked what the point of the washers is.
It just gives it a good backing on it, and I'll show you here in just a second. If you don't have them on there, and it will, sometimes, if you squeeze too hard, you will get, like, the back of the grommets kind of look like this, and they're all jaggedy and stuff. But if you have the washers on there, it kind of, I guess, covers that a little bit, is a good way to say it. But it also gives it, it's just like a washer with tools. You know how sometimes you stick a washer with a, like a screw or something like that, or a nut on there. Did I just knock that off? I did. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. That's kind of, it's kind of just like an extra support for that. It took me a while to, like, fix the, or kind of experiment, I would say, with these and get into a groove of knowing what works and what doesn't work. So when you put it, am I in there, Ella? I just dumped all them washers on the floor. I'll get a magnet. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
So when you fold it over, as you can see, if you can see real close, see how it's kind of jaggedy? Well, now you have the washer there, so it kind of looks better. Aesthetically better, I should say. But I think it's also there so that way whatever you're stabbing it into doesn't rip or any of that. But I used to not use them because when I had the old Big Bite crocodile thing, it would never work right. And even my husband would try it and it wouldn't work right. And then he modified it after it broke for me, and then it worked a lot better.
Somebody said they got a crocodile and it doesn't work correctly.
Is it
Or they can't get it to work correctly.
Is it the Big Bite or one of these? I'm gonna lose this needle. Let me put this away. If it's the Big Bite, that one, it may not be.
It's the small one.
The small one. You have to, with bigger eyelets like this, you have to have the right settings right here. I will say that. Like I'm using number 1 down here, and I'm using A up here. When I have a smaller eyelet, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. These are the eyelets. These are 4mm eyelets, the one I'm about to show you. Right here. That's a let me do a comparison. If you can, you see the difference. The bronze one is 4 millimeters. The silver one is 5 millimeters. And that's the opening of the hole size. When I'm using the bronze one, I have to change this bottom thing to number 2, but I keep the top the same. Hold on, I almost pulled it out. Like that. And you could kind of tell the number 2 setting is for a smaller one. And this one right here, number 1, is for the bigger setting. I wouldn't recommend anything over 5 millimeters. I think you're just going to get frustrated because they won't work right. Because I've had some like this big right here, and that's one I tried to do, and it wasn't working right. So now, these you have to use like a manual one. These are not really for that. They're just for like the standard size. It's like 2 sizes you can do with it, and that's like it. If that helps. I don't know if I answered that question or not. Alright, I'm going to punch this last hole. Let me find another washer here because I dropped those ones. They were on the ribbon and I pulled them and they fell onto the floor. That's kind of normal for me. I'll tell you what, you know what I wish we had here is a Checkers. I grew up eating Checkers all the time in Florida. If you live somewhere that has sort of like a Checkers, it's going to be a Rally's, I guess. That was my all-time favorite restaurant. And if we head anywhere, if we go to Georgia or past Chattanooga, we'll sit there and we'll stop at Checkers. And I just am in heaven.
Oh, their barbecue something burger was really good.
Yes. It's so good. Okay, so here we go. And if your pages are all like this, where they're spread out, you can just flatten them down. It's just from the folding. I usually will clip them overnight with a skeleton clip like this, just so they kind of warp and go into the right way that they're supposed to. And eventually they will, just like that. And then do the next one. I also like to put a strip of paper right here. And a lot of people ask me why I do that. And it's because I don't, even though these don't shift that much, the signatures, I don't want it to shift at all. And I want it to stay put. So I always put one here. And there's nothing wrong with putting an extra support on the spine. You never know what can happen. You could have a 2-year-old come in and just go crazy and decide to chuck your book across the room. Can you hand me that cutter right behind you?
Why'd you put it over here?
I put it over there because I dropped it on the floor and it made a huge noise and I was scared it was going to drop again. Alright, I'm going to say, here, let me cut it down. So, yeah. Let me see the tablet for a second. Let me pay attention to what I'm doing. Just hold it up. Alright. Doesn't look too shabby. Okay. Thank you guys for the likes. I'm just looking over for a second just to see how you are doing. Oh, good. So Ella's doing her job. If your eyelids are too small, try adjusting not the top of the crocodile setting, but the bottom. Don't mess with the top one. The top one, I don't even know why they have extra setting. Or no, they do have sort of extra settings up there for bigger ones, but man, I can't get them to work right for nothing. And I've tried. But I would just adjust the bottom to go from, usually the standard is number 1, it's set on the bottom. So set it to number 2 and try that and see if that fixes it. Also, it could be the grommets. I've had bad batch of grommets before. So don't beat yourself up about it. And it sucks because I'm like, man, yeah, the last batch I got from you was fine. What happened? So, and I usually get mine from Amazon. But I will say the last ones that I've gotten they've been just fine. And I haven't had any problems with them. Whoop. I want to cut this down just to match the pages. Are you being a good moderator for me?
Yes.
Awesome.
You know, you can make me an official title.
I can?
Hint, hint.
Is that like a dream come true or something?
I don't know.
Because that's a little weird. I was a moderator for somebody once. I didn't do a very good job, though. I was like just watching. I wasn't really paying attention to what everybody was saying. Or I would be doing something else.
You are the worst moderator now. That's your only job.
I know, but when I was moderating, I had other things to do. So I was kind of doing like this, what I'm doing, and just kind of looking up once in a while. I was like, gosh, I'm the worst ever. So I just put that there. So then the signatures.
Keep on moving this way.
Which way?
This way.
Is that better?
Yeah, right there. That's good.
That's better?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Oh. I don't know why. So now the signatures aren't going to go anywhere. This kind of helps keep them from moving. So, yippee! Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip that just like that. That way it will stay put. So far we got the tie closure. Did all the ribbon, and now the ribbon's all nice and dry. And let me look at my list, because if I don't, I will forget. I also have some of the ephemera packs for the Welcome Home collection that I am going to embellish the front. I have some really good ones, and I was messing with it. I didn't obviously stick anything to it, but I have a cheat sheet here so I can remember what I did. So that way I can sit there and do that. So the attic. We're going to take a look at the attic real quick, because this is the fun part. I like this part a lot. And if you've seen any of my other house journal books, I had a winter one that I did snow in and stuff. That is just, what is that? That white paste stuff. Modeling paste is what I use for that. So, up in the attic area, I found these little flower charms right here. But what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to stick it kind of like this. I always like to put my stuff in here before I do anything. So, just bear with the process. Just follow the process. We'll get there. Trust me. And I have to look and see all the other stuff I have over here. Let's see. We're not doing ocean themed. Those are for a different book.
Somebody asked what your YouTube was.
It's 4 Girls. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, YouTube?
Yeah.
4 Girls Stole My Heart, LLC. And it's also, the link to it is in under my profile picture. in my bio, or you can click on the link below my profile picture also. Oh, I could use one of these. Some of these charms in here, these resin charms I made, and man, they have stuck. Like this one and this one, I made these myself. I have some silver ones too. I'm gonna look around. Let's see what else I got here. We want household stuff. Oh my gosh, you know what? I just got an AliExpress order today. Don't judge me, but that is where I get all my charms from. And this isn't even all of it. Let me see what I got here. I might have ordered something in here and it just so happened to come at the right moment. See, I love charms and stuff like that. So that's where I get all my charms, and I make sure that I always get free shipping because I ain't paying no shipping from China or wherever they're coming from.
Somebody asked if you can show the book closed.
Yeah. Like completely closed, like tie closed. Hang on.
Yes.
I got these, this clipped right here. See, the pages are already starting to lay flat. And then this will be the tie closure here. So that's what it looks like. And then when you set it up, you can set it up on a shelf that way and everything. And I also want to put some corners on there. So while I'm thinking about what kind of embellishments I want to do here. Oh my God, I have something perfect. Hold on. I just thought of something. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Oh, I knew I saved these for a special day. These are doorknobs that I got on AliExpress. And I don't have silver. And that's just going to give me an excuse to go back to AliExpress and order one. But they come with like a little key and everything. And I think they're dollhouse ones. I'm not sure. Because I ordered them a long time ago and I've been saving them for a rainy day. So I will probably put that. We could put something like that in here.
Somebody asked what size the signature papers were.
They are 5 by 10. And there's 10 brown ones and 4 of the Stamperia pages in there. I might put these on last so I could put the stickers on. I always do 3 of these. And what I do is I put one up here like this. And I get it all squished down. That's like the peak of the house. And then I'll put one here. And then I put one on the back cover. This will help protect the covers a little bit. So I'm going to set these over here so I can remember them. And let's see. Yeah, I got these scissors. I had to get more spoons and forks because I used the rest of them when I was doing my Nanny's book. What is that one called? Casa Granada book. And it's like the one that looks like food, kitchen stuff, and everything. So I have a little garden bucket. And let's see. So yeah. And then I have little binoculars because that's for an upcoming book. And I don't know why I have all those. When I order this stuff, sometimes it's 2 o'clock in the morning because I don't sleep very well. And I order weird stuff like the French fry charms that you guys, that I said came a few weeks ago. And I was like, what was I thinking? But it gave me the idea to, this it would actually be really cute. But this is for another book. Or I may just use it for that book. And, but see, I have all kinds of stuff in here. Like I have these little vintage mirrors. I used to have big ones, but I ran out.
That's a good idea. Somebody asked if you would do a kit for this book, and put all the little charms and stuff. Like one of the things Lily gets for Christmas, like a build-a-book kind of thing.
like a, oh, you mean like
So you
like a
have
journal book
everything-
in a box?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you
That
mean?
would
Like
be-
with the book already
Yeah.
done,
So, like,
or they
no,
have
no,
to
no.
make it?
So like you put like the chipboard in there, you put the paper,
Uh-huh.
and you put instructions on how to do it, and then.
Or I
charms.
refer them to my YouTube channel.
Yes.
Because that would be so much easier.
That's a good idea.
Like make a book in a box. Book in a box. I'm going to think about that. I'll think about it. Okay, I have like 64 drawers over here of these filled with stuff. So you're going to have to bear with me for 1 minute. Because if I don't sit here and think about this stuff, that's all I will think about completely. Okay, so I have plants. I need
everybody's saying that would be a great idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Erica said you should do like just the chipboard cutouts,
Uh-huh.
and then people can buy like the paper and stuff off of your Etsy.
Now that's a good idea too. Like, and tell them what kind you would have to have, and everything. Now I have these little teacups, which would be good for the inside of the dangles, and I have teapots. And now I do have some keys. Oh, I have regular keys too, but I like these ones better. I have some keys. See, I love this part. This is always my favorite part, but it makes me always come unhinged because I'm like, I need this is why I buy so much stuff from AliExpress, is because I get a book like this and I'm like, I wish I had like a little chair or something charm. And then I go on AliExpress and then I get distracted by all the cool stuff they have on there. And like 45 orders later, I finally ordered a chair charm, you know, and stuff. Oh. Hang on, I'm thinking. I got, these were, oh my goodness. I totally forgot. I have a whole butt ton of Tim Holtz crap down here that was from Halloween and stuff like that. And sorry about my verbiage. This is how I think and talk. This is how I express myself. Speaking of a journal book in a box, I actually got one of these. They have these all over Amazon. And my oldest daughter wanted one of these. And I bought one for Lily instead. And it was purple. And it was a lot bigger than this. And it came with a book. And it comes with ephemera and washi tape and all kinds of stuff. And the little book with it. And it's a themed. And this one is like a food theme one. And the one that I got her was all purple. And she loves it. She uses it. It's like a little grid book in there. And I wanted to see what the big deal was. Because I had bought it for Lily, and apparently Lily didn't like it and gave it to her older sister, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? So, oh gosh, this is heavy too. This is my leftover Halloween stuff, and I know I have furniture type dealies in here, so let me look, because what may actually be yeah, this is a mess, isn't it? I got windows, which I don't need windows. We got some of those. I bought too much Tim Holtz stuff.
Erica said she would totally buy one of those chipboard house kits.
Oh,
Build
yeah.
it yourself kit.
A build it yourself kit. I have, oh look, I have little silver keys. So let me put, because I knew I would, oh yes, see, I told you I had cool stuff. I have candlesticks and stuff. I knew it. I knew it. There's locks. Well, we don't want to get that gothic thing going on. Here's a white knob. See, I knew I had a bunch of this kind of stuff. We're going to make it work. Oh my gosh. You know, your daddy's been asking me back for this tool right here for like months. And I told him, I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I found it. Okay, we got, oh, that one's a cute one. Little knobbies. I need to do like a mad scientist one. And then my little creepy dolls and skulls. All that good stuff. But I have lots of, what is it? I just thought about something. I got this doll. She's not, I'll put her out anyway. I'm not saying we're going to put skulls in there, but I would totally, oh, I got a couple of them.
That would be a completely different attic from
Hey, that would go with it. Look, put little skulls up in the attic. It ain't so welcome home anymore, is it? Exactly.
Somebody said I would work for free.
So, yeah. So, this is like when I was done with Halloween stuff, I kind of just threw everything in here. And I have like keys and all kinds of stuff. Oh, speaking of Tim Holtz, he's coming out with a new ink, distressed ink color tomorrow. I can't wait to see what it is. Like, I don't have enough ink already. We're just going to leave that like that. And when I find out what it is, I'll let everybody know. Because the last one he came out with was called the Lumberjack one. And it was a good red color.
Oh, yeah.
For, oh, this is just normal Christmas. Good. Alright, there ain't nothing in there. I have an entire Christmas ephemera box over here, too. I have candles, but they look creepy, and I don't think they would mesh well with this. I don't want to make the book creepy and stuff, but I think...
Put Christmas stuff in the attic.
Yeah, Christmas. Hey, that's actually a good idea, because the attic is for storage, and you can make it for that. Now, I do have trees, but they have snow on them, and that doesn't really go with this. So that's the only reason I didn't choose any kind of trees or whatnot. I was just looking in here and seeing. This is all my travel stuff.
Erica said, I'm nervous about the inks. Maybe you can do a live walking us through that.
The inks, like inking stuff? Oh, that's not bad. I will say that less is better. Like, don't go crazy with them. And, don't ink anything after you just refilled the inks. Holy crap. I thought I had a hold of it and I didn't. I was grabbing the Alice in Wonderland charm. Oh, good. That's what I needed, too. See, I told you I have way too many charms. Sorry if that was super loud. Now, these, it was loud.
Depends on how loud the volume is.
Oh.
It wasn't that loud.
Now, these, I could put a picture or something on it, like this. And if I could find one that doesn't have the little hook on it, hang it up in the back. And it could be like little portrait up there in the attic. Oh, gosh. I just cleaned my desk.
This is why you always have to clean it.
I know. This happens all the time. And then Daddy's like, what'd you do? Are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. Leave me alone. Brr. I also have I'm going to spill everything. My God. I just need to quit getting drawers out. I'm getting distracted by stuff. But something like this, and I could find like little, oh, this would be cute. I could find like the little ephemera stickers that go with this, because I have them set down here for whenever you go to decorate. Oh, I should have sent that to Aisha. Look, it's like a little anchor thing. I found a bunch of stuff when I was reorganizing my room.
I'm looking on your live and it's like delayed, and I'm like, what am I looking at?
Yep. I know. I'm messy, ain't I?
Very.
Everybody thinks I'm just like so clean and everything. Y'all don't see behind the scenes. I am messy.
Oh no.
What?
Ruby.
That right there. That's it. That's the one. Uh-oh. What'd you do? I don't know what she did, but I hear it. But yes, I have little hangers and stuff like that. So the other thing that I have are the things I just draw. Well, thank goodness I didn't draw. Ooh. Here we go. I have these little silver domed glass thingamabobbers. And I have some that are silver. And they're like this. I'm going to get one out. So, because I want to keep with the silver theme. I don't want to mix, like, oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Silver right here. I want one of these. I like these ones better. So this, you can put...
You got your subscription bowl.
I did. Awesome. This... Ella, you distracted Mama. Awesome. This... Ella, you distracted Mama. Awesome. This... Ella, you distracted Mama. This... Ella, you distracted Mama. This... Ella, you distracted Mama. Okay. So these are really neat because you can put all kinds of cool little things in them. And this will be good for the attic. Because I have all kinds of... Okay, let me tell you what happened. My husband went to get our mail that was on the porch. And it was very puffy, the packaging. And I was like, I don't know what it is. Because if it was AliExpress or something like that, well, I forgot. You know what I mean? I'll get one of these little bird houses out too.
Somebody asked, can I join? I have a special request.
Let me see who it is. If it's somebody I don't know. What kind of... Oh, let me see. Well, I guess you can for a minute or two. Wait a minute, let me see. I can't see who it is. Or I can't see the list. Oh, I can't move. My phone is under this little flap thing here. And I can't scroll down.
You can scroll right here.
Yeah, I know. Look. Here. When I go to guest, right here, I can only get to the last one. They're not on here. Oh, wait a minute. I can't... I have no idea. Yeah, I can't get... My phone is up here, and it has a holder thing like this hugging it. So that's why I'm having to use the my daughter and this tablet over here to see the comments, because I can't see the comments. It's up for the very, very end, and I can't see the button to press it. This is gonna go back in here. Okay, so these little domey things, where's that thing? This is some of the stuff you can do with it. Like this right here. Don't press stop.
No, I'm just seeing. It said you have a new guest. I can't see.
I don't... Yeah, I know. See, I can't see either because of the strap over it.
Oh.
But you can make all kinds of little stuff. Aisha made this one. But this is the kind of stuff you can use for these little domey things. So, I'm going to make a little thing to go in the attic. And I have flowers. That's what I was saying. Sorry. I'm like I keep wheeling away. I have new wheels on my chair that are like rollerblading wheels, and they work so much better. And I don't get those plastic ones stink because they will sit there and roll away. Or they don't roll very well.
Erica said ADHD life.
Huh?
Erica said ADHD life.
Oh yeah, I'm so bad at, I get distracted very easily. Especially in the evening time because all my medicine is like kind of out of my system. So that's like the best time to do lives with me is when I'm all spastic and stuff. Oh, that was what all that other stuff. Okay. So for the attic, this is what we're going to do. I got these flowers and my husband flipped out because the package it came in was super poofy. And he was like, what is this? It smells weird. It feels weird. It's just like something you ordered. Or are we getting some kind of like craziness in the mail? And it was my dried flowers that I got. So I'm going to put the dry flowers in here and seal it up. And then I can put them in the attic like this. So kind of bear with me here because I got to rearrange and then I could put like a little thing like hanging up here. Then we could put like little silver bird cage in here. Could even put the candlestick like back here like that. And then kind of could even put these little creepy dolls in there too, I guess. I think I got them during Halloween, but they don't actually, it doesn't actually look terrible in there. So that's not bad. And this actually, and then I may put like a sticker or something back there. So this is my process and how I think it all out and everything. And when you're gluing stuff like this, if it's super, super heavy, that fits in there perfectly. Look at that. Yep, I get distracted. So this is like my process.
Somebody said you should do spider webs in the attic.
I would do that if it was like Halloween themed. Or something. Which I've done a haunted house one like this. I didn't think to do spider webs though. I don't know. Ella, could you get that one down on the shelf up there? Look. Over there.
The house?
Yeah. Daddy put it up. Daddy put it up there, and I can't.
I can help it just
unless you stand on my stool. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing that.
So something like this. I don't know. Should I add the little doll over in the back or something on the side? I'll let you guys decide. Can you hand me that bag of flowers right there?
Okay. This?
Yeah.
These are flowers?
Yeah, give me that.
I thought it was candy.
It's not candy. This is the bag of flowers that I got. See, I haven't even opened it yet. And it smells. And they have like little dried roses and stuff like that in here. And I even have, and it's leaking. And I have some of this little purple lavender stuff. And I have little tiny, oh wait a minute. I have some little, what was that? Oh, I have some little tiny flowers too. Little dried flowers. I know I put them in here because I just did that. I put them in with my journal scoop stuff because I was putting them in these little containers for people. Time to raid the journal scoop stuff. I wish I had some music playing. I got that song in my head, Roses. Roses really smell like poo, poo, poo.
Oh, that one?
Yeah. Oh, I may have them in the bottom drawer. What did it just drop now?
Nothing.
Oh. Oh, that was my garbage can? Well. Alright. I know. Oh, there they are. Found enough purple. New purple. But that's okay. I figured out. Alright. So, let's see what we got here. Alright, we're good on the signatures here. I'm going to put this over here. This is why it takes me so long to get a book done. This is the part that takes a long time. I could put a book together, nobody's business. But when it comes to, like, embellishing it.
Somebody asked where you got the dried flowers.
I got them from AliExpress. It freaked my head. These ones or the big bag?
I think the big bag.
The big bag was AliExpress. I think I just got these off of Amazon. Oh gosh, they are stinky. I see what he was talking about now. Oh, let us pray. If I'm not around the next, like, week or something, you know this is why. I inhaled or something crazy. Now, these are purple, and it smells like lavender. Lavender. Okay, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go downstairs, and you know on the TV stand by the door, I need you to go grab me one of those lavender flowers. You know what I'm talking about? The real ones that are in the thing in the back corner.
That Lily put water in?
No. It's in a basket. They're in a basket by Daddy's wallet.
Yeah, the thing that Lily put water in.
She better not have put water in the...
water in the bathroom ones.
Oh, in the bathroom ones. Yeah, that's fine. I have lavender flowers, and that will work out way better. And in the meantime, these are really pretty, though. In the meantime, I have the stickers here. These are the ephemera stickers, not the die cuts that come... Oh, yeah, some of them are die cuts. The die cuts are the thick cardboard stuff, and they're not adhesive on there. These, the thin ones, are adhesive. And see, they're really pretty. So we can do stuff like this in there. And I have my, like I said, my little cheat sheet. They have some dogs in here. Let me get the thick ones because I'm not going to use the thick cardboardy type stuff. I want to use the stickers. Yeah. Oh gosh, there's a pair. All right, go ahead and throw them away. That ain't gonna work. Okay.
Ew, they stink.
Yep, throw them in the trash. It's been a while. So I'm going to use your little teapot. Put that to the side. Got little flowers. Now, let me see this thing here. See if I could find like a little flower or something to stick in there. There's a little purple one. Can cut that down and stick it in there. Oh, we'll put this kitty right here. I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna put this little cat here, like in the attic, in the back, on the back wall thing. Let's see. Sorry about my head. There we go. And now no, that's too big. Oh, that will work. This one works right here. Let me have some scissors. I'm just going to trim this little piece off. Okay. I like it when stuff works. And I can actually peel them. These usually are not very hard to peel. The smaller ones maybe. Here, Ella, see if you can peel that open for me.
Hold on, answer the question.
What? Well, you're supposed to ask me the question.
Oh, I know this one.
What?
Somebody asked where the tutorial was.
Oh, okay. The first tutorial, are they talking about this book? Because there isn't a tutorial on this book except for the cover. This tutorial, where we put everything together, will probably be tomorrow before I am able to post it because it takes so long to
What do you want now?
process it. Here, get the sticker off of here. Don't peel it all the way off, the whole thing. Let's see, we got this. Oh, I saved this also from the paper. I'm going to cut this out because we're going to use this that says Home Sweet Home on it. I had a really good idea because I wanted to make the inside look like the inside of a house. So the door I have, wow, she's trying to get that. Did you get it off? It's hard, isn't it? The front door, I'm going to stick right here. And then I had a chair I'm going to put right here. And I'm going to put the cat, the sitting cat, where to go? Alright, let me get all the stuff out that I know I want to use. That. Here's the little dog. This is going to go on the front. And then this is going to go, oh, here we go. I have this little weenie dog that I'm going to put on the other page. We got cute little plant pots and stuff like this we're going to use. There's that stinking cat. So this is going to go here just like that. Thank you. You finally got it? No, you didn't. Oh, yeah, you did.
Did I not?
Yeah, you finally did. That one was hard to get off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I usually don't have any problems getting them off. I'm going to put just a tiny bit of glue in this one spot. But up here, I was thinking about putting like a little sticker shelf or something, or make it look like a little shelf, so I could put like the little teapots and stuff like that on there. So we'll have that. Can put this next to the little cat like this. I don't know if I want to put one up here or not, but I feel like something needs to be up there. I'm just not sure. Now, if I could figure out how to hang that sucker up there, I would. And everything. But we're going to put a little candlestick in there. And then, of course, we'll have the little thing. And we'll have one of these things. And that, with that thing on it. But that's where we're heading with all this. And then I have the table. It's going to be on the other side. Oh, we have a little book that we can put on that table. I'm going to put that over there.
Somebody asked if you've tried dollhouse furniture.
Yes, I have. I use dollhouse furniture for a lot of stuff. I like dollhouse furniture. I actually used dollhouse fencing.
Oh yeah, Hobby Lobby would be a good place too.
Yes, I always look at the dollhouse stuff at Hobby Lobby.
I just want the actual dollhouse.
But I have used dollhouse fencing to use as closures for my journal books. But yes, I love dollhouse furniture. I'm trying to get all these little plant pots and stuff like that out of here. The big fat birds. Some of these birds are like, wow. Okay. Yes, when was it? It wasn't yesterday. It was Wednesday. I had dumped all these out to show everybody. Alright. The different stuff that came in here. So that way people could see it. Because you can't really see it out of the packs too much. So it's good to see it in case you want to purchase it or anything like that. This welcome sign, I probably put them right, I don't know if they probably can't see that. Ooh. Could put that also in the back. I'm going to save that just in case. I keep getting all kinds of little ideas stuck in my head, so. Alright, here we go. I think we're getting somewhere. So.
Yeah, I can see it.
You see it. You see the vision. Okay, so up here, I could put like the. Now, what did I do with the, there it is. Put this like up here, or I could put it on the back and put this up here and put like this is like a little shelf or something, and the little teapot or plant. But I'd have to make like a little shelf. Or I can do that. I think I like that the best. And then put the little cat right here with the, this will be like the front door. And I have little pieces of the, I haven't even opened them flowers, and they're like everywhere. And then we could use the little keys as a dangle on the side. And then in here, we're going to put the flower thingamabobber in there. Because I want to use one of these. It's silver. It will go really, really well with that. And I have a little white flowery thing. Hey, you see that drawer over there? The third drawer. Look. Hey. Yeah, you're the only one in here. The third drawer on the right, up there, on the shelf. You see the third drawer with the white flowers in it? Can you hand me that? Very carefully, or you'll pull the whole thing down. Okay. I'm going to put like some dry flower in there. And I have some flowers in here that I've used for lots of things. These actually work really well for resin charms and stuff. And get them untangled. So something like this, I'm going to just kind of toss up in there. Let me use one that looks just a tiny bit better. Are we all still together? I still want a Big Mac. I want a big, juicy, flippin' burger.
Hey, Dad is probably willing to go somewhere.
Huh?
I said Dad is probably willing to go somewhere.
I see, we live 5 minutes from like 12 fast food restaurants. Like literally right down the road, because we're right off of the interstate. But we're like a couple miles from the interstate. And if it's terrible. It's a curse. and it's just absolutely terrible.
I like going to Taco Bell because KFC's right there too.
Yeah, we have a KFC and Taco Bell in one kind of thing. We just got an Arby's.
And then you can get a taco.
I know. Yeah. If my husband ever goes to Taco Bell, I'm like, I want KFC fries. And that usually how, yeah. And then I'm like, and then we can go over here to Burger King and go get like a chicken sandwich. Or we can go to Wendy's and get, what's that thing you guys always get? Baconator. And,
yeah.
huh? Yeah. And, alright, so I'm going to put little tiny flowers here at the bottom.
Arby's chicken and salad sandwich is awesome.
I like, the only thing I have eaten from Arby's that I'll like keep eating because I'm not adventurous to try anything else is their turkey bacon club or ranch sandwich thing. I don't know what it's actually called. My husband knows what it is, so if he ever goes there or if we ever go there, he always knows what I want. And I have to get curly fries because that's just...
Somebody asked how long does a book like this run?
How long? What?
Like how long does it take to make a book like this?
Like this?
Yeah.
If it's just a book and it's not crazy detailed, it'd probably take me like maybe a day or two. No, it only takes me like a few hours because the winter one that I made that was blue in house shape, I made that in a couple hours one day. And that was with the attic and everything. But I was in the zone. The book itself, that only takes like 30 minutes to make if I'm here by myself. And no distraction. But yeah. Especially if it's a book that I've made multiple times. Like,
how much would it cost?
Each one will vary based on what materials I used in it. It could be, I'd have to look and see what the last one that I sold for, the gingerbread one, that one, oh gosh, I don't even remember now. I'd have to look. I want to say it was $85 maybe, but there was a lot of extra stuff added into it. Lots of mixed media stuff. So, I don't know. The prices will always vary. Because I never make them the same. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to toss these little bad boys in here. This is just going to be some flowers in here. And I'm going to glue... Oh, you know what I need? I forgot. This stuff over here. This works a lot better for stuff like that. And watch, I'm going to be able to get it open again. I haven't used this in a while. Let's plier it. It has teeth marks in it, and I'm going to guess that Daddy got a hold of it and was putting his teeth on it. I don't know why. I said, why don't you use a pair of pliers and not mess your teeth up even more?
Probably like, screw it, they're already messed up anyway.
They usually, yeah. Just wipe this out. Okay. So this is like a little base of, or one of those dome things of flowers. This glue is being rebellious. Oh gosh, that stinks. I just got a whiff of it. I forgot how stinky it is. Stinky, stinky.
You hear maybe?
No, I don't hear anything. I hear my stomach about to growl because I'm hungry. That's something about me. I'm a bad influence when it comes to food, and I'm a bad influence when it comes to talking about food. Because kind of like when you're on a diet, that's kind of like what you want the most of. You just want to eat hamburgers and donuts and crumble cookie and be happy. Okay, I'm going to let this dry, but there's the flowers if you guys can see it. Is it really delayed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
But it may just be on this tablet.
It could be, I don't know. So I'm going to let that dry. And now, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. See, this is why I always have a mess. It's because I make a mess bad. Okay, let's glue this. Get this stuff done.
The tablet's at 97.
Oh, okay. 97?
Mm-hmm.
Like percent?
Yeah.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Now I have that song in my head.
What, the flower song?
No, the Outcast song. Roses really smell like boo, boo,
yeah.
boo. I heard some chick, it's this chick I follow, she's like a workout chick. And it makes me feel better to watch somebody else working out when I'm just sitting down there. And because it's the morning time, I don't work out in the morning time. I always work out in the afternoon, in the evening time. So I sit there and I watch her, and she was listening to that the other day, and ever since then I've had it stuck in my head. Now I'm gonna have the flower song stuck in my head. Oh, the shade. I told you, Miley Cyrus and that Jennifer Lawrence stuff. Woo! Me sitting back eating popcorn watching it happen. Alright guys, we're getting on the home stretch here. Like I said, the embellishing part, that's, to me, is the longest process because I have to think about it. I have to envision it. To me, it's a lot easier to do something naturey, like snow or anything like that, because then you can use lots of different mixed media. Oh my gosh, I just thought of something. Right there, underneath my bed, I have a bag of the green grassy moss stuff. It's under my bed. I remember saying the other day that, oh, I could put mossy stuff in here. No, it's green. That's brown. Green. It's like a greenish one. Can you see the book okay? Yeah. Okay. Let me move these over. Okay, well, never mind. If I find it, I'll end up adding it later. Okay. I also had that song Fergalicious in my head because I was listening to it while I was working out today. I can't see what I'm doing. Here we go.
Did the heat just come on? It kind of smells like something burning.
Probably. But it shouldn't smell like it's burning. It's been on for months.
It just smells weird.
Your face smells weird. Yeah, I smell your face all the time. What the heck, Ella Rose? Okay, I'm gonna leave this kind of up there, like that. Okay, let me let this dry just a teeny, because if I don't, it will, when I go to put the heavier stuff in there that's not flat up against the thing, it will fall. Some little teacups in there, like it's storage. That is actually brilliant though. You could even get little Amazon boxes, you know, and like cardboard boxes, and make it look like it's an actual attic. So that way it looks like, you know, like what normal people do and store their stuff in there. That's pretty brilliant actually. Oh gosh. I have this stringy thing hanging. Yeah, because stuff like this and like this okay, so should we put the little doll in there? Little creeper doll in the attic? I'll let everybody answer that. I don't care either way. That'll make it kind of...
They're saying no.
No? Okay. That'll make it kind of interesting. Now back here, I had this little table. And we're going to put the table back here. I like these stickers because they're very like homey themed that go with it. And
I'm having trouble hearing. Can you say that again?
Can you mind your own business? Stupid thing. You see what I mean? Nowhere in there did I say anything to that thing about
Particular name.
I know, but if I sat there and would like try to get it to drop in somewhere around our house, no, never does it.
Kayla wants one of the Google ones.
No. Can you imagine? Alexa and that thing would get in a fight. They would. Can you see the book okay where I'm at?
Yeah.
Okay. Little weenie doggy. And then we got another chair. Just like have a whole... Now, I do have a pop-up kit that's by Stamperia. That's for the Casa Granada. And it's like a pop-up kitchen thing that you can put together. Here, let me show you. Where did I put that at? Let's see. I have the explosion box. They do make pop-up kits and stuff, and they do have quite a few of them. Stamperia makes more than just paper, just to let you guys know. See, they make pop-up kits like this. It's a pop-up box, and it goes with the Klimt collection, and everything is pre-cut, and all you got to do is take it out and glue it. And it's wonderful. And you can, they also have a little card kit. They have one though that's, like they have an Alice in Wonderland one. And it's a card, it's a tunnel pop-up card. But they have one that is like a Casa Granada kitchen. I don't know if I actually have it in here now that I'm thinking about it. I thought I did. But it's really neato. And they have like a little kitchen table and chairs and a little background and stuff. And it's really neat. I like it. It's interesting, and it's stuff that you can add to like journal pages, or if you're making a card for somebody, or if you're making some kind of mixed media project and you want to make it like a shadow box or something, you can do that. And it's really cute. So all I'm doing is I have the ephemera packs for these all mixed up. So I'm just going to put them on here. I'm going to put the book in the chair. And then I'm going to put the plant right here in the middle, along with a little teacup. Maybe, if I could pick it up. And then I'll check and see if the little attic has dried. I usually work a little bit quicker than this because I'm always watching like crime stuff and everything while I'm working. All right, I think that looks good. And then I'm going to glue the welcome right here. It's just going to be a cute little extra thing in the back. All right, can you see that okay? Look good? Mm-hmm. All right, so we got our little, we have a dog, our little cat up here. Now, I'm gonna put in all of our little goodies here. And then while that is drying, we can work a little bit on the outside. It's like, kind of like you have to priorities here. Because if you want to get it done all in one shot, then you kind of got to split it up to where it will actually work. You can also use a heat gun and just barely get it, you know, blow it on there. That'll work a little bit for, you know, getting it dry and whatnot. I tell you, these little bird cages have like a pearl in there, and I gave one to your daddy to show him, and he tried to open it and broke it. And I was like, what'd you do that for? And he's like, I thought it opened. I ain't touching your stuff no more. Okay, let me turn this around. Make sure it's facing the right way so you can see it. Alright, I'm going to try not to tip it so they'll stick. What do you guys think? Can you see it okay? Let me... Hang on, I'm looking at... Quit tapping the screen.
Why?
Because you're making it delayed.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So, is it looking good?
Maybe tilt it this way, that way.
Which way? Better, hang on. What is, give me some response, Ella. Feedback, people.
Oh, this feels good.
Okay. Alright. There we go. You gotta tell me what they're saying. I can't see it. Okay. Let me move this stuff a little bit. And, oh good. I think this actually might stick pretty quick because usually, the last time I did this, I had like snow and modeling paste in there. And it wasn't quite dried yet. But it took a while because of that. So, now for the front. Okay. here's my little cheat sheet. So I have this, I added a few more extra things. So the front, I have the fencing. Let me get some of this trash out of the way. Okay, so I have the fence, and I'm going to put this on before I do the corners. And I may do it just like that. And then I had the dog. Oh, I remember this, the fat bird. And then I had the dog like this. And then I had the little bird thingamabobber right here. And then let me find fat bird. Where'd he go? All this talking about food is giving me a headache now. I have some butterflies. You say it, Ella? Butterfly in the sky. What? I can go twice as high. Okay. Let's take a look. It's in our book. Reading Rainbow. Yay. Oh my gosh, that looks like it was meant
What?
to go right there. Because the little bird.
Oh, the little bird?
Yeah, its little thingies are right there. I was going to put them, I might put them right here on the thing. Put it, I don't want to cover that up. I want the, kind of the pathway to stay open. Fuck bird. Yeah, I'll have to find that one. But, I can put him here. Oh, he'll be fine there. Alright. And then I had that one up in the air being all weird. I like these little fences. I wish they had put like multiple ones in the pack because these are handy. I could see like you do a whole journal page with just this stuff. It would be so pretty. Let me do that. I do journal in my sort of spare time. I just don't post them as much anymore. Only because most of them are kind of just for me. Gotta have something for myself. Let me get the rest of this off. Now I'm gonna have that. There's an earworm right there that's stuck in my head. Reading Rainbow song. Make sure you let me know what people are saying.
Do you have a mailbox?
No, I don't. I wish that. Why didn't they have a mailbox? That would have been good, wouldn't it?
Somebody said you have pretty nails.
Oh, thank you. They're not mine. I borrowed them.
Not sure you want to go around saying that.
Why?
Sounds weird. Sounds like you ripped off somebody's nails.
Oh, I don't think anybody thought that.
Well, I did.
All right. See, most of the time these peel right off. They're not difficult like that one was. And there's birdies up here flying around. So I'm going to put this bird up there. Let him go join his posse. I'm going to tuck his little wing under there so it doesn't get caught on nothing. Let's see. I put one of these like here by the thing. Or like over here. It's a process. You see what kind of process it is? Like, maybe like that. Got little pieces of lavender now. I haven't even opened that, and they're everywhere. I've been wanting one of those keto Big Mac wraps.
Oh, the Big Mac taco thing.
Yeah, Big Mac taco, whatever it is. Because those are flipping amazing. They're yummy. I don't feel guilty for eating the whole thing. So, alright. So, I'm going to flip this over. Now, one thing I usually do is I usually put my 4 Girls Stole My Heart doodad thing. I may have to put it up here, though, because I want to put this window back here and this bicycle. So I'll put these back here first and see how it looks and where I can shove that in at. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it right above that. And I will say these ephemera packs, I think, well, before I started this, there was, I think, 5 of each of them left in there, and they are out until February. I placed an order yesterday to Stamperia, which a lot of people I've had, not on here, but on Facebook, sit there and tell people, oh, you can go to Stamperia's website and you can order from them. No, you can't. They do not sell directly to customers. They only sell to distributors. And so that's just an FYI. If you go on their website, they'll have you create an account. And then they'll be like, you still can't look at any of the pricing or products because you have to be a distributor. That's kind of how they suckered me into it. And I applied and I was super excited because I've loved Stamperia paper forever. And so once I get that shipment in, I made sure, like I said, I ordered enough paper. I wasn't expecting it to completely, like, sell out. I love this little bicycle, by the way. This is so cute. Alright. I think I'm going to stick my
Somebody asked what the distributor discount is.
I'm not allowed to disclose that. It's per my contract. I'm not allowed to. It's not terrible. I will say that. But I will also say they don't just, like, some companies will give you like a hoard of stuff to sell. No, you have to pay for everything up front. If you're in the US, you also have to pay for it to be shipped because you can't go and pick it up yourself because they're in Budapest. And freight shipping for the minimum order, I think the minimum order you have to do is 500 euros for your first order. But even after that, it's, I think, $3.99. And then usually freight shipping, it could be anywhere from $140 and up. So, no matter what, you got to drop a minimum of like $500 just to get a shipment in, if that makes sense. They don't, and they didn't tell me that at first, that the shipping was going to be that much. And there's no workaround. There's no free shipping. There's none of that. So, because it's freight. And I found out also that some of their products, they cannot ship freight, the mixed media stuff, because it has a chemical in it that's not allowed to be shipped. So, some of their products I can't get. But I'm going to figure out how to get them, because I want them, because I use mixed media stuff a lot and I like it. And I like, you know, for my own stuff at least. But like I said, the discount, I wish I could tell you guys. But like I said, if you want to do the math, okay, and this is what I'll tell you. If I order, let's say, I only order 12 by 12 paper pads, only because I don't like using small ones. And when I order the 12 by 12 paper pads, if I order roughly, I want to say, I'm trying to think of how many I ordered in the last shipment. 64. Okay, 64 items. And it's like $150 for freight shipping. I've spent close to $600. So I'll let you do the math. Just don't tell them I told you anything.
Somebody's talking about your Diet Dr. Pepper.
What about it?
They said Diet Dr. Pepper is my jam.
Oh, well, I usually drink the zero sugar, and I don't really know what the difference is. But I think I'm addicted to these now. I never really drank soda at all before, and this is the only one that I have. But yeah, I'm bad at that. But and oh, that's the other thing about the Stamperia stuff. If there's already a distributor in your region, they'll deny your application. That happened to me with a different company. I wasn't allowed to be a distributor because there was already too many or whatever in that area. So, and that kind of stinks. Just to let you know too. And usually you have to have a good following on whatever platform I guess you're selling on, whether it's Shopify, is that what that thing is called? Or whatever, Etsy, or whatever else there is. Let me see if I could use this. This might be thick enough. I think this will be. That's why I was trying to get Sherry Lou to become a distributor, because they don't have things like that where she lives, I guess, over in the UK. And I was like, why don't you become a distributor? If you don't have anybody like that there, then they'll definitely want you to come and join. So, what color is this? That looks like it will work. Maybe. And everything, so. Can I see that? Makes it, let me see.
Makes it nice.
What makes it nice? Yeah, you see, you're not being helpful here. You're not telling me what's happening. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, I know. It's super addictive. And I said something to my husband last night. I was like, I think I'm addicted to Dr. Peppers. Because I can't, like, I'll drink one, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm opening up another one, and I'm like, I think I have a problem. You want to go and check and see if Booger Face needs a...
No,
She doesn't? Okay. Hold on one second. Thank you guys for all the likes and everything. Oh, I forgot. This is yours. I forgot. That's not my TikTok. Mine's up there with the light of God shining down on me. I'm just highlighting this because you can't really see it too well if you just leave it. And this is shaded lilac. I like using different color inks. I don't like just using brown and stuff because that gets kind of boring. My most hated ink, and the one I do not hardly use at all, I've used it like once, is Vintage Photo. I hate that color so much by Tim Holtz, and I know I'm just gonna get a bunch of crap for it. It's not vintage looking to me. I don't like it. I like the ground espresso or walnut stain, and so I'm like, oh, this looks like something out of Ruby's diaper. I can't stand it. I hate it so much. Isn't that so bad? It's terrible. When I don't like something, I will not use it. Okay, I had my little doodads here. I've been putting them in here so I can get to them easier. Oh, that looks like it. That's huge. It's huge. Ooh. Maybe. That is a very, very tight squeeze. Ow. I like that one better, I think. I always put these on my books. Because I had somebody one time buy my book for somebody, and they wanted to know where they got it from, and the person could not remember and everything. And then finally they hunted me down because they saw the video of the book, and they were like, I have been searching for like 3 months so I could purchase a different book for one of my friends or something like that. So ever since then, I've kind of put these on here. And even if you don't sell your books and you give them away, you should still at least sign it or something. That way people know who did it, because if people go senile like I do, they ain't gonna remember. When push comes to shove, to ask, whoa. And they're really cheap. I got it custom made on Amazon for like $19.99. And you can get anything. You can get handmade by Bev or whatever. You just have to send them a picture of what you want or an image, and they'll do it right for you. And it took like maybe a couple weeks to get it. It wasn't that long at all. I usually put this down below, but since we have the cute little bicycle there, we don't want to ruin it. And I always have to decorate the spine. And put the book corners on. We're on the home stretch. Alright, so right here on the spine, I can put some pretty purple flowers like this. Just something simple, I think. I may have some silver. I may have some embellishment things that I just got on AliExpress, from AliExpress, delivered today, that are silver, and they look all pretty. Let's see. We good? All Alright. Keep on knifing. Keep on knifing. Give me a 20. I use 2 fingers. Do you not use 2 fingers?
You can't use 2 fingers.
I do like this. When you start it and you go like this, it works. OMG. Look at this. It looks like a Madonna brawl.
I was about to say it looks like that thing from Hocus Pocus.
What thing from Hocus Pocus?
The mom was wearing...
Oh, yeah, that's Madonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were talking about. I think I'm going to use this one, or this one right here. This one will work really well. On the spine. Make it pretty. I'm starting to get a little loopy because I'm still hungry. So after I'm done with this book, you know what I'm going to do. What?
I'm hungry too.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Alright, you guys, tell me what you guys are thinking and how it looks. Does it look okay? Is that, let me see if that's... not too shabby. While that is drying, let's hope and pray that nothing moved in the inside. And then I'm going to also connect those little dangle thingamabobbers on there. You guys ever see that guy here on TikTok called the Tipsy Bartender? He's hilarious. His drinks look delicious, though. Like, I wouldn't really want them with alcohol, but I would want the candy and junk that he has in it.
Someone said lovely as usual.
Thank you. Who is it?
I think that's Cece.
Yep. Look at that. You guys even...
I'm learning.
Huh. Well, that's why I do it. So that way people learn. Then they can, if they can't join me on live, they can go back on YouTube, watch them, and then keep on learning. And then go back to it again whenever they want to make it again.
Someone said, I just want to tell you that you're an amazing crafter. You're the best. I adore your work.
Who is that?
Alice.
Is Redhead?
No?
Redhead? Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know Alice. Okay. I know like 15 Alices, but I recognize them by the picture. I'm always... I swear, I wish I could see everybody's stuff more, because I have to go hunt people down. Like, when I'm doing school with my kids, and I'm, like, waiting on them to get with it and get done and stuff, I go on TikTok, and that's when I go look at everybody's stuff, and then I have, like, a memory bank of everybody, and I'm like, oh, I need to go look at Gracie's stuff, because I haven't seen her in a while in the little loop. Or I need to go look at Tanya's stuff. I need to go look at Nikki's stuff. I need to go look at Hayden's stuff. I need to go, you know. So.
Someone said, I love how your daughter is so well behaved. Not sure how old she is, but she seems like a good girl.
Well, she better be. She's 14. Wait a minute. You're talking about the one who's sitting in here with me, right? Because the 2-year-old is not. She's a brat. A big brat. And thinks she knows everything. Oh, good luck. They stayed. Yay!
And when she thinks you're wrong, she'll be like, don't be silly.
Yeah. And then, Ruby has this thing. I swear, this kid is like a whole new bag of tricks. I thought, having 3 other kids, I'm a pro. I know what I'm doing. Nope. Those COVID babies, they're freaks. Okay? They're downright freaks. They have like this weirdo personality, but they're smart and they know things. I swear. It's like they're like the kids on that old 90s movie, The Village of the Damned, with Kirstie Alley and Christopher Reeve, and they were all white-haired kids. That's Ruby. You know, and I'm just like, how do you even know this stuff? It's weird. And she, like, when she gets in trouble for stuff, because she gets a little bit uppity and starts back-talking, and I'm not putting up with that. She will sit there, I fuss at her, and she's like, okay, mommy, sorry. And then you just feel like you're the scum of the earth for saying anything to her, and you feel terrible. And you're like, it's going to be so difficult to like implement any kind of discipline with that child, because she's so stinking cute that I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. So I'm going to make her daddy do it, I think, because I want this one to always love me to death. But yeah, these COVID kids, I'll tell you what. I'll be curious to see how she grows up. And they're super smart. I mean, she was like one of my quickest learners I have ever seen out of all 4 of my kids. They all learned at, their own pace and stuff, but she learned at a rapid pace. It was kind of crazy. It kind of freaked me out for a minute.
This chair is so uncomfortable.
That chair is uncomfortable?
Yeah.
You know, I have sat like 8 hours straight in that chair.
That's why it's uncomfortable.
It's not.
You have flattened it.
I did not flatten it. Your daddy built that chair, and I made sure it was nice and cushiony. So, I have sat in it plenty, and it doesn't bother me. It bothers only people who don't have a booty. You and daddy.
I have bones.
You have bony butt. Me and Kaylin don't have a problem sitting there.
Maybe Kaylin, yeah.
Oh, that one. It's fun picking on her.
Because it's too easy.
Yes, it is. All right, let me just make sure this is tied. It is too easy to pick on Kaylin. All I have to do is start singing bubble butt, bubble, bubble, bubble butt, and then she just gives me the look. Where do you think I got it from? And I was like, you got it from me, and I'm proud of that. Okay, so there's the tie closure. We got the metal corners on. Got that on. Let me just double check my list here. Logo, embellish, attic, signature, ribbon trim. Oh, ribbon trim, and then closure. And let me make sure. And then we got the little... You can put these little hooks on there. I need some silver teapots.
Did you do the spine? I didn't even see.
Yep, look.
Oh. Oh.
So, yep. So, I think it looks fantastic. Now, the pockets in the inside, which are great. Where'd they go? Got one here. I don't usually recheck them because I've done it so many times that I know it's going to be fine. Watch, I'm going to say that and it's completely glued shut and all is lost. But, see, there we go. So, everything's good there. And then this pocket's up here. I like these pocket pages because, one, I like to make like a little... Is that even... Yeah, it's in there. Okay. So, that one's good. Make bookmarkers, little cards to go in there. And I think it looks great. And
Someone said it's so creative.
do what?
It's so creative.
Thank you. I kind of wing-dinged it. Well, it's really a design that I modified from my haunted house shaped book. And that one was a chore because it was big. And so what I did was I modified it and made it this size. So that way I could kind of work with it a little bit better. Would you do me a favor and move the bench over there and ask Daddy to get the haunted house book down for me? Because I know he's up here. You can just set it there. And Goliath there is the only one who can reach it, since he put it way on up there. Why are my grabbers over there? I have those old person grabbers because I'm short. I'm only 4'11". Just to let you guys know. Okay. Ask him. Okay, I'll ask him when he comes in here, because he'll be in here in a few minutes. I'm going to ask my husband to get... Oh, look at these little house things. To get the haunted house book down. Because that's really where the whole thing started. These little house ones are cute. I'm going to use these.
I'll sit on these.
Okay. Just be careful and don't knock nothing down. It's like a booby trap. And oh, here's another one.
Somebody said 5 foot and I still have stools everywhere.
Oh, I do too. Or actually, I have like a 6 foot, almost 7 husband who gets everything down for me. So when I stand next to him and I do not have like any heels on, I look like an infant. And then when he would sit there after Ruby was born, he would hold her, and it was just like he just held her like this in his hand, in his one hand. I'm sitting there like barely being able to walk with her because she was huge. She was like 21.5 inches long. She wasn't the longest baby I had. Lily was. She was 23.5. So where it went, I have no idea how that child even fit inside me, because I have a very short torso. So, yeah. Anytime. And then if I carry Ruby now, she's like over half my body.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to probably make another disaster mess. That was funny.
Someone said you're the same height as my mom.
I believe it. I'm going to use... I totally forgot about my little dangle dangles here.
You're the same height as one of my friends. It's like 12.
I think now the 3 oldest kids are all taller than me. I think even Lily is taller than me, and she's 12.
I think so.
I stopped growing at 12. That was when I stopped growing.
Oh, me and one of my friends had this whole conversation. We were talking about height, and I was like, I'm 5'3". I'm so proud of it. And then he went, I'm 6'2". And I'm like, what? And he's 12.
Well, that's a boy, though. Boys are big. Boys are supposed to be tall. They ain't supposed to be like your Uncle Stacy. A midget. He's itty bitty. And that drives him crazy. He hates the fact that he is so much shorter than Daddy. It's like Daddy took all the good growing genes and then left him with the crap. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I got my new crocodile from We Are Memory Keepers. We Are Memory. Yeah, We Are Memory Keepers. I've been calling them We Are Memory Destroyers for so long that I can't even remember what their freaking name is anymore. And they sent me a free pack of eyelets. And I was going to look them up, but I know when you buy eyelets from them, they're super expensive. You know, so, and like there's heart-shaped ones, star ones, and flower ones. So I'm kind of anxious to try that. I have not tried the crocodile yet. So we shall see. I'm going to use these because they have silver in them. And I got a weird thing about using 2 different colors, even though I used one on the back of the book. But usually I do these little things right here just to give it a little bit of extra flair. I don't know why. My hands look filthy. And
I know, I was just
I don't know why. I think it may be from the stickers. I don't know. May have had something on them and stuff. I may have to use... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me turn this around. And it looked like Lily's feet today. Good grief. Only kid I know that will sharpen their pencil with a hand sharpener, but on the floor. And I'm like, why would you do that? That one is making my hair turn gray. Big time. Use this big white one. And I might stick a little itty thing. Oh, I'll use one of these. This is silver. This is okay. My little AliExpress haul here. I didn't think I was going to use them today, but that's okay. That works. And sometimes I'll put